psychedelic checkers on the record album have their own hidden style.
This is a special question. We don't want you to smoke genetically modified ganja. We want you to smoke the real thing. We want you to smoke the natural herb. Some call it marijuana, some call it sensimilla, some call it lamb's bread, and some people call it ganja.
Welcome to another edition of the Adam Dunn Show. I'm your host, Adam Dunn.
And I'm your co-host, Mitch Shanasa.
And we are joined here in our So High studios, actually the gallery's part. We keep moving around if you notice, too.
Yeah, I noticed that, but I noticed there's always an expensive piece of glass right over my shoulder. That's not on camera.
Well, that's waiting for you.
Who's
to knock
on the
it
camera
over.
here? This camera angle is subpar. Adam's not on camera.
The problem was am I not totally? No, I'm on the camera. I'm there. The problem was if we move it to the right any further, we just get like the bathroom door, which is never a good thing. You don't want the bathroom. That's bad. It's like, wait a minute. It's the fourth time he's gone to the bathroom already.
I only go once, twice an episode, but can we please get the camera angle a little? Adam's not even on frame. It's the back of his head. This is like old school.
I am on frame. I'm on frame.
Get it.
I'll
look
look
at you.
Way.
No.
If I look that way. Look that way.
No.
All right.
Just bring it around.
Bring
it around.
Bring it.
There you go. Bring it. Whoa. There's people watching that. Gentle.
Who's watching? How many people got? Speaking of people. What's our people count?
We
the
got
door's back in the frame. Door's
34 people. Not that many people.
Hello, 34 people.
All right, you're back to the old door.
Just bring it in from there. Is it not long enough?
You wanted the so high in there. That's the problem. Then you get the door.
No, it's
See,
okay.
It doesn't matter. We just wanted to show people where we were at. We are at
So
High Gallery.
So we are.
And we're joined in the studio again with PJ, sorry, PJ, and somewhere off camera, drinking a beer, settling down.
Settle down,
settle down,
those
settle
nerves.
down, my friend. Settle down, my friend. We got Josh from LaPlata Labs. Again, this is like a 3 week ago recap. Because Mitch wasn't here.
I wasn't here. I didn't hear the story.
And the thing is, anybody who watches this show knows that Mitch knows how to like actually run a show and ask questions. I just turned this thing into a big mess. You know what I mean? So when I'm doing it, I know that we didn't get to the bottom of nothing. Basically, at the end of it, all open-ended.
It was definitely round robin.
Yeah, but now that we have Mitch, now
we'll do it again.
Papa Mitch is back.
Papa Mitch is back.
He's going to actually ask real questions.
There we go.
I'll try.
I'm telling you, just when you ask me questions, even after that, not on the show, I feel like you're actually asking real questions. When I do it, it's just like, yeah, dribble.
Real questions for a real radio show.
Yeah.
That's what you need. You got to have that.
Okay, well, I need a real guest sitting in this seat. But should we just start? Should we just start?
It's okay.
Ouch.
Should we get news from...
No, we do. We have it all.
Yeah. So
we've got so much.
We can
to
leave.
do.
I mean, I feel like the longer we can let Josh just sit...
It might make him more nervous.
No, he might get less nervous.
Okay.
All right. Because we'll say his name so many times in the next 5 minutes, he'll have to sit down. All right.
All right. News.
News.
Okay.
News.
You got
see
it?
what I got. Yes.
Oh, this
Here's
is
some
great.
news.
But can you do all of it now? You're like a one-handed, two-handed. You got it?
Got it.
Sorta.
So much. No,
Sorta.
watch. Okay, ready?
I'm ready.
Minus a dab or a joint. I'm ready.
That wasn't like really loud, is it?
News.
It's okay. It's okay. That's for Dread likes it real loud. I know that.
Yeah, that's true. The first person in Australia to be diagnosed with a rare disease from smoking cannabis daily avoided amputation, but will have to take aspirin for the rest of his life.
What?
So they're like, oh, we might have to cut your hand off, or you might have to take aspirin.
Well, he didn't get it cut off and he has to take aspirin?
Yep. Man, 26, has been diagnosed with a rare disease caused by cannabis. Cannabis arteritis is a condition caused by long-term daily use. The man went to a Melbourne hospital after an ulcer on his toe didn't heal. Uh-oh, maybe it's not gout.
Gout.
That's kind of what it sounds like.
He's the first person in Australia to be treated for the illness. A 26-year-old man has been diagnosed with a rare disease caused by long-term daily cannabis use. The man, who is believed to have smoked up to 1 gram of weed a day, oh my goodness,
That's nothing.
Wow. That's
was identified
heavy,
with the condition
heavy
after
use
visiting
there.
Frankston Hospital in Melbourne. He had an ulcer on his toe that failed to heal, a common symptom among patients.
That sounds like gout.
Dr. David Soon from the Royal Australasian College of Surgeons said the man was the first person in Australia to be treated for the illness. Although this is a rare condition, this illness should be known and made aware to physicians around the Australia. It really says around the Australia, which I'm not sure if that's how you say it. Because no, you live there, right? You would know.
You definitely don't say the Australia.
You don't say. It's not like saying the U.S.
No.
No, you don't say the Australia.
No.
I've been
This
seeing a
sounds
lot
like
of typos.
the funny
in
part too,
professional articles
and the funny
lately.
part about this is they've already flip-flopped like 3 times in the article where it's like it's a rare, common thing that happens all the time, but never
But not
happened
really.
before. It is the first time ever.
It's a condition they say caused by long-term daily cannabis
Of
use
a gram a
and
day.
results
Gram a day.
in lesions grown on arteries. It's rare, but can lead to lower limb amputations.
It's never
So,
has happened before.
It's like, oh, I have. Even if it was like the gout, there's no situation where you could be like, "Hey, Mitch, your foot hurts. Okay, we can fix it. We're going to cut it off." And I would be like, "Yeah, that sounds sensible."
That's smart.
Not today.
So the
How
daily
many of
use
your-
caused
so-
a plaque buildup around his toe. Cannabis usage can cause the periphery blood vessel to tighten up.
brush your toe more often a little bit. Little dental.
Therefore,
dental brush.
therefore
Plaque
increasing the
buildup.
resistance
Toe floss.
and the amount of plaque depositing around the
Look at the weed
arteries,
they're smoking too.
and eventually narrowing the artery. I don't know if that's exactly what he was smoking.
No, but if that's their type of weed, then that might.
He was successfully treated with balloon angioplasty, which widens blocked arteries, but will have to take aspirin for the rest of his life.
Maybe weed
his
is code for
toe?
spice in Australia or something.
He
The
got
illness is-
angioplasty in his toe.
It's most commonly found in men, and the majority had necrotic wounds on their toes. So if, if your toes are rotting off, it might be from
I'm
smoking.
sure this is made for you, man. This article's.
No, my toes are not necrotic.
They could be getting close.
No, they're nowhere near it. Nowhere near it.
Necrotic toes. That sounds like a metal band.
Yeah, it does.
Necrotic toes.
How about this one?
that?
Sounds like a metal band, too.
Oh, this was terrible.
Marijuana candies maker sued over Colorado murder. The sons of a Colorado woman shot to death in 2014 have filed what appears to be the country's first wrongful death lawsuit against the recreational marijuana industry. The lawsuit claims that the company made the marijuana candy and the store that sold it to Richard Kirk recklessly and purposely failed to warn him about the bite-sized candy's potency and side effects, including hallucinations and other psychotic behaviors.
Where do you buy these things?
I'm going to finish. Yeah. Can someone please tell me where he bought them? Because I have to go.
I need those.
I was going to say, has anybody ever had something like that?
No.
Hours after he purchased the marijuana candy on April 14th, 2014, his wife called 911. She said her husband was ranting about the end of the world and jumping in and out of windows at their home in Denver's Observatory Park neighborhood. All 3 of the couple's young sons heard the gunshot that killed their mother. Their youngest son, who was 7 at the time,
You
watched
remember
his
this?
mother die. According to an amended complaint that was filed on Monday night, Kirk now faces 1 count of first-degree murder in his wife's death.
Holy shit.
A partially eaten Karma candy orange...
Partially eaten.
Yeah.
He didn't even finish it.
A partially eaten Karma candy orange ginger candy was found at Kirk's observatory home after the shooting. The candy, which was roughly the size of a Tootsie Roll, contained 10 servings of THC, with each serving
10
containing
servings?
10 milligrams.
So it was a
THC.
100 milligram.
So he
candy.
ate part of 100 milligrams
about
when he
40.
got so high that he killed someone. His wife.
It sounds like a mix of other stuff, too.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'm flashing
no-
back to those cops. Where was that, in Florida about
No,
8-10
here.
years ago, where they
Here.
called up
Oh,
They
they
ate
called
the
up 911 and they ate the
brownies?
brownies
Oh,
and
yeah,
they're
that
like,
was hilarious.
I'm going to die.
Yeah. I mean,
You might die from overeating.
A nutritional
before you die
element
from
is where you
marijuana.
can buy these.
is that where you get those?
Yeah, they're named as defendants in the complaint.
Well, the name is Karma, too. It's kind of funny. Like,
It's,
that's
yeah.
hey, my friend. Like, come on. But, no, I remember when that happened, and I was just like, that is the really lame attempt.
So they're saying the lawsuit says that novice users were given a, quote, false sense of security when purchasing edibles without a warning about overdosing. First of all, there's one on the label.
Pretty much
But
everything has a warning.
second of all, who warns you when you buy a bottle of booze, like, hey, buddy, if you drink this whole thing, you are going to be in bad shape? No one warns you that.
Right.
No one warns you, like, when you buy, I don't know, anything.
But
that's
100
not good
milligrams
for you.
is not really going to debilitate anybody unless you have some other issues.
Precisely.
You know, that's kind of what it sounds like. Classic. Was he on it? And then did they have any other, like, blood? Can he give us a blood sort of
Analysis.
analysis to be like,
Yeah.
so not only was there cannabis, but he was
There's
on
no mention, but I'm sure the defense will try that.
all sorts of different
Of course.
farmies.
Let's see what we got here.
What do we got?
Hey,
Did you catch this? Colorado changes residency requirement.
For ownership?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did notice it.
Now awaiting Governor Hickenlooper's signature, a bill to allow out-of-state individuals to take ownership roles in licensed marijuana companies, a major shift that could open the financial floodgates for Colorado cannabis businesses. The measure, Senate Bill 40, was given final approval by the state legislature Wednesday. The Cannabis Business Alliance lauded the move, and this so-called ownership bill will help the state's cannabis industry to continue growing. Under the current law, any owner of a licensed cannabis medical or recreational business must have been a Colorado resident for at least 2 years prior to applying for a permit. A residency requirement is a common restriction in many states with legal cannabis industries. SB 40 tweaks that to require direct owners to be U.S. residents or a resident of Colorado for at least 1 year. But if a company has any out-of-state owners, the most it can have is 15 owners total. That's not well written.
15 owners?
So you can't, like, go public.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Stock and shit.
Yeah. If all direct owners are Colorado residents, however, there's no such cap. So you could go public. You could do a private offering in Colorado. It further allows for indirect beneficial interest owners who could own up to 30% of a cannabis company as long as they're qualified institutional investors. Oh, interesting. So there you go. That's the news on that one. KTI, you want me to do all of these? I'll do all of them. I don't even care. Nope. This is a lot of news. This is funny.
Go for funny. We like funny.
We're going to go. This is important. That's good. These are good news.
Good news.
No, I mean, this is a good selection.
Well, it's because we waited 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You usually get better selection.
That's stupid. I don't like that either. Okay, I'll read these ones.
Read them up.
Hey,
Feds drop bid to shut down Harborside in big win for the pot industry. That's how I say big with her. Big.
Big win.
Big
Is that
banana.
your big Mexican sound?
In a milestone victory for the cannabis industry, the federal government agreed to drop its 4-year bid to shut down Oakland's Harborside Health Center, the biggest medical marijuana dispensary in the country with more than 100,000 patients. City leaders said Tuesday. Holy shit, that's a lot of patients. The Department of Justice did not immediately comment on the deal, which Harborside said still needed to be finalized, with all the parties in the legal fight signing off. But Oakland officials joined the pot dispensary in an exultant news conference at City Hall, heralding a move they saw as symbolic of a federal withdrawal in the battle against an industry that is steadily marching toward acceptance, and is viewed in Oakland not as a scourge, but an economic engine. We celebrate the release from federal prosecution, said Mayor Libby Schaff. We believe in compassion. We believe in health. Oh, this article continues. There's just a big white space in the middle. Legal experts said the reported deal was momentous. It underscores the country's shift to a new model for dealing with marijuana, whether medicinal or recreational, said Robert McCoon, a law professor and drug policy expert at Stanford. The framework is moving from the war on drugs to tricky issues of regulation, taxation, and who is going to be in control of this major new industry, he said. So that's good. We like that story. You want to get those guys on the show, Adam? You know those guys, right?
Do I?
You don't know Harborside?
Wait.
Steve?
Stevie D, of course.
Stevie D is your guy. You call him Stevie D. No one else calls him that.
Yeah, they do. Of course they do. Yeah, no, we can get Stevie D on the show for sure.
That's good. Let's talk. We can talk with him. Call him right now. Do it. I dare you. Double dog dare you.
Ooh.
I have D'Angelo's number on my phone. I don't think I do.
I'm just busting.
You don't want me to?
No, you can do
He
it.
likes the publicity. I know that.
Oh, he does.
He loves the publicity.
He does. So no
We'll get him on.
response yet on the Instagram message.
No.
Nothing.
Okay.
Nope.
It's all right. Well, you never know.
We might get something. I'll keep it posted. We're trying to bring another special guest on today, but we haven't gotten confirmation yet. And
These breeders are hard.
they're hard.
They're either nervous or vacant or ghosted.
Or not
or
available on an
Ghosted.
hour's notice on a Friday afternoon.
Why wouldn't they be?
Jeez.
Wow.
Like they got something to do. Like you got something to do, right?
Most of the time.
Oh.
Yeah, some are having anxiety and panic, you know.
Yeah, but let's look how chill he is
That's my
now.
case.
Now this dude's
Don't
fucking
bring that up. Jesus
James
Christ.
Bond as fuck right now.
The last thing you talk about. No.
I didn't say anybody.
This is the last place you got to get nervous in, that's for sure.
That's the truth. It's an empty glass gallery full of us.
We're
That
the
didn't
one.
even make sense. That's when I sound like I'm on acid. I was having that discussion
Full of us.
because Bike said, "Here's the thing." Bike said that I sound like I'm on acid a
When?
lot of the time at ADSI awards show, and then a discussion.
What,
ensued,
during the ADSI or just
like
in general?
award all the time,
Mm-hmm.
and then a discussion ensued between Bike and Nick as to how much of the time I sound like I'm on acid, and the average was somewhere above 30%.
That's funny.
I think it's
Here,
funny too.
I'm thinking that you're taking always great.
Do I seem like I'm on acid?
No,
No.
but I would.
To those guys, I do.
Pretty much, other people would think I'm on acid probably half the time. So that's,
They said they agreed, you too, but they somehow think me more than you, which doesn't even fucking make sense. I think you sound like you're on acid half the time. Yeah.
at least half. That's the goal. That's the goal. Keep them thinking all the time. Like, what the fuck?
It's
did
all
that guy,
about.
what did that guy just fucking say?
It's when I'm talking, but I'm not
Drug is
paying
he on?
attention.
Yeah.
Which you do too. We both do.
Never did that.
Never done that.
Never. So let's.
I'm going to hit the news button and do more news. That was just a little segue.
Oh, that was a segue. This news never ends.
I guess this is the funny one. 1-800-Flowers fears that growers will favor pot over petals. 1-800-Flowers CEO Jim McCann says that despite the company's efforts to utilize domestic flower growers, the growers in certain states are considering growing marijuana as a potentially more profitable option. We've been pushing for domestic production of flowers hard for the last 10 years and having real good success, McCann told the Fox Business Network's Maria Bartiromo. But McCann noted that many flower growers are now tempted by the huge potential revenue boost from growing cannabis instead. There are a few states now. I haven't seen it impact us yet, but we're concerned because some growers with enormous greenhouse facilities in California or Colorado or perhaps in Oregon are saying, is this the best crop I can grow? These flowers for all these florists around the country. Maybe I can switch to cannabis and get 10 times on the revenue line. That's a big concern of ours. Even though it has not yet had an effect on the company, McCann says many growers are close to a decision on the potential shift in their business.
All McCann has to do is add an A to the end of his name, and he is the
He's
man.
in.
McKenna.
We
His
haven't
name is
seen him.
McKenna. It's double in at the
Maybe
end.
he should just embrace the
He might-
change and switch up the 1-800-Flowers catalog.
I mean, and that would be the shit right there. And if you call up and you'd say, "What is that really your name?" and he'd be like, "McKenna."
McCanna's 1-800-Flowers, and he's just serving the flowers through the mail. I thought that was good news, right?
That would have been if he's a smart guy. Yeah, but he won't do it.
I'm sure a lot of ag people are going to notice that change in a while.
Germany gives go-ahead to relax rules on medical marijuana. You saw this?
That blew my mind
that
yesterday.
was
You know Germans, right? I don't know any Germans.
You know any?
I'm Jewish. I don't know Germans.
Yeah,
Fuck
just-
those
you don't
people.
even
I'm
talk
Jewish
to them?
too. I know a couple Germans.
You gotta at least.
No, I know
Get your
Germans.
car
We
work?
actually get our cases from Germans. The incredible cases come from Germany.
The thing about Germany, which is interesting, is like I moved over there in '89, right? So it's literally the year that the whole wall came down and everything. And that was, or the year after, whatever. But it was like kind of right around the same time. But it was.
Did you have a piece of the wall?
No.
No, you had no
I
interest
saw,
in
but
that?
nah, I didn't. No, not really.
Those things are in the Smithsonian now. We could have one in the case here, and it would be fucking the most
I
expensive.
was Urailing it during all that. I was May, June,
really?
July. Yeah, I was on the Urals.
Yeah, the funny thing is, I was in a coffee shop the exact moment it was all going down, watching it on a video, and everybody was, or watching it on TV, and everybody was just like mesmerized, like people like, oh my god, and I was like, this is a cool time to be in fucking town right here.
Yeah.
Damn, like at least I wasn't in. I mean, I wasn't in Germany, but at least I was in Europe.
You got the significance, right? Like, it wasn't like, what
Oh,
the
fuck
fuck
yeah.
is this all about?
Yeah, I
You
just
know,
didn't
you
really
got-
like
yeah.
go and like seek pieces of the wall.
Right.
That wasn't my thing.
Is
I've
that
seen
like
a
an
few.
American tourist thing, or do the Europeans
Totally.
do that?
No, Americans. Like that.
Only Americans?
No, everybody, but I mean Americans. in general.
Germans, I imagine, was a big, like, they would, I could
Of
see a
course.
German getting a piece of
Yes.
the wall and being like, yeah.
I wanted a big hunk of the graffiti for sure.
Yeah, that was sick.
But imagine traveling around with a fucking piece of the wall all the time. Jesus.
Many people did.
Like, oh, what's in your luggage? Fucking piece of the wall.
Piece of the wall, baby.
I would have liked to have seen the wall, the Roger Waters show that was there. It looked
That
really
would've-
cool.
That would have been cool
Looked
too.
really cool. Anyway.
All right, what's the news, man? Come on.
News. The German government has agreed to legalize cannabis for medical purposes about a year from now. Health Minister Hermann Groh presented draft legislation to relax rules on marijuana use for certain patients to the cabinet on Wednesday. Our goal is that seriously ill patients are treated in the best way possible, he said. The move is a, quote, light at the end of the tunnel for hundreds of chronically ill patients, the German Foundation for Patient Protection said in a statement. If Parliament endorses the law, these patients will no longer need to wade through a lot of red tape, and illegal private cannabis plantations for medical use will finally be a thing of the past. Cabinet gave go-aheads for patients that have no other treatment options beginning early next year, when pharmacies will sell dried cannabis flower buds and cannabis extracts on prescription. That's pretty cool. It's in pharmacies.
That's interesting.
That's an interesting. According to the draft bill, health insurance policies will cover the cost. That's also cool.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they're taking a more logical, classic German.
That's how
approach.
they do it in Amsterdam medical
Yeah,
marijuana
that's what
too.
they're showing right there.
Yeah.
We're almost a little late to the game. Let's be honest. I mean, how many trains full of German kids have been going over that border for decades now
Sure.
for their medical marijuana, quote unquote, to bring back to Germany. So I think the government finally just got a little wise.
Well, on a similar note, though, Walgreens, another news. Walgreens broaches possible health benefits of medical marijuana. Did you see that one?
I did see that
Saw
actually.
that
It was
too.
pretty good, positive, right?
Do you think maybe they're why would they do that if they were like they don't advertise other competitors? Like, why would they do that if they weren't gonna?
They're jumping in the game. Of
Planning
course
on
they
getting
are.
there.
Come on.
Everybody's
Everybody
going to
is.
jump in the game eventually.
Everybody. No, it's
Sooner
true.
or later.
Well, it's funny because I get my updates from our buddy over there in Cali, and
Which buddy in Cali?
our
We have
buddy
like
that
so
you
many-
always
Buddy?
Give me
call-
the
yeah,
initials.
Buddy?
MR.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, of course, our buddy. So he has other friends who are pretty much saying like it's almost game over, just because of the jobs that they see and the places that they stand inside of and go like, well, fuck, if this is going on, how can anybody compete? Sachs and Goldman got their own spot.
Goldman Sachs has
Or
a
Goldman
spot.
Sachs Reef. It's called Reef. That one's not public.
Okay.
We can check that out.
Okay.
And so they're already in the game, and there's other people that are jumping in the game that you're just like, okay, this is getting kind of crazy, like.
Funny thing is though, they don't know anything about weed. They don't know good weed from bad weed. They don't know how to grow it. They don't know
of
where
course.
to get
Well,
it.
no, but doesn't take long for them to fill up fucking warehouses full of enough genetics and go
I was going
like,
to say, you can't really say that about the tobacco companies because
No.
they're sitting there just waiting for the right time to open up
well,
those.
that's
millions
that's also Philip Morris. Also
and millions.
36,000 lights of Philip Morris.
Yeah,
in,
I was about to say they have millions and millions and millions of square feet just
Yeah.
waiting,
Well, they have.
waiting for the right time
I
to.
think they're already growing 36,000 Gavitas right now.
Like
I wouldn't doubt
on
it.
with plants under
I
them.
would not doubt it.
I believe with plants under them.
You know,
So, I mean,
Brothers Grimm Tommy tells stories about walking through a lot of their warehouses that were set up for cultivation that
Right.
weren't running yet.
You only gotta do
Next
is
time he
attach
comes on,
licenses
you
onto it and
guys
fucking-
should
Oh,
talk to him about
he's
that.
told them.
Yeah.
He's told them.
Yeah, yeah.
Not on the air. He's told them like right when we got off. But then you
Right.
said you heard this from someone else now.
Yeah, no, for sure. People already standing in the spot. Like, oh, so that's
Absolutely.
it. Game over, guys.
They have indoor and outdoor.
and, being consulted
properties just
on by
sitting
real
and waiting.
people that are high level that already. Okay, well, if they're telling me and I believe it because they're
Right.
the kind of guy who would get consulted doing it, and so shit's getting kind of crazy. But
What are we gonna do?
what are we gonna do? We're not gonna worry about it because the
That's
fucking-
we get the consulting gig.
we get that consulting gig, and then we just fucking
yeah.
say, you know what you got to do is you got to release these predator russet mites.
Yeah.
Yeah, on everything. This is your job.
These are your secrets.
Yeah, take these things, spread them on everything. you got.
Everything.
It's better than foliar feeding.
Yeah, and then you just fucking get the fuck out of there. Like Keystone Cops,
I'd walk out of there, burn my clothes, and
Get
change in the car.
right? But no, the thing is, we already knew this was going to happen. It's just a matter of time, and it's just like California right now, thinking that it's going to be so great when it's legal, but then look over at Colorado and look at us, kind of all going, man. They got it easy, you know what I mean? Because they don't have to worry about this, that, and the other. And all of a sudden here, pesticides are killing everybody. Even when they don't use them, they're getting like 1 billionth of a part per millionth and getting shut down, which is really kind of stupid because there has to be a threshold of some sort, like where you say like it can be 50 parts per billionth, and that's it. You know what I mean? But if you have then that could be literally in your ducting from the last guy.
There's
who's
got to be a threshold.
Or
There's
at
no
least a
threshold.
degree
No,
of
there's no-
error of some sort.
There's
you
no
know?
threshold. That's the problem.
No,
No.
it's just if it's detected.
Gone. Yeah, that's the reason that Colorado's is so kind of like it's not the right system, because that's why these pesticide things keep popping up and it looks all dirty and horrible. But it's like you could have especially on some of the really extreme ones, you can have it like in your ducting and the light, unless you replaced it, and it could be in your walls, could be in your, and some people, like a year after somebody's sprayed something, they're getting a detection, and that's like, okay.
It could be dirty tools.
5
We've talked
crops.
about it. I mean, it could be something as simple as dirty tools. You know?
So it's kind of like one of those things where they have to have a threshold, which they don't. So I think in the end of the day, if they come up with that, just like when you say know this and know that, it should actually be, well, know this.
Not more than this amount.
Know this whenever in this stage, because that's when it really matters. It's like everybody knows as a grower that you don't spray later in flower, and you don't spray, even in flower usually, but that first week you can get away with it because there's no real bud set, and it's kind of like, okay, yeah, but beyond that, no, you're not going to get, you shouldn't do it. And it's mostly pretty ingrained in us, you know what I mean? So most growers aren't breaking that too much. The idiots that do it later on are just so desperate because they're looking at like their whole crop going down.
I think a lot of times when you see it you see it, who's
works.
getting busted, right? And it's probably not the grower even making the decision. It's their boss being like, yeah, I'm going to need you to, you can't cut this crop early. We have plans. Like we're expecting a certain harvest. You can't cut this early. Just go push it and do what you got to do. I think on the smaller scale, it comes down to lack of experience a lot of times. People just,
for sure.
They don't know.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing is if you're coming in spraying on the 5th week or 6th week because you got spider fucking webs growing on your thing and you didn't notice that you had spider mites early on, then you're just obviously not experienced grower enough. Because
crop failure is part of the whole thing.
Yeah, and then
sometimes you just have to accept the loss.
Yeah.
For sure, and it's part of the process. So by kind of like restricting people on everything and then making it even more susceptible, it's like you're kind of setting people up to failure. I mean, there's like end of the day, you're like, okay, so I can't use any of these things at all.
But Joe Cannabis is a new thing.
That's true.
I've said this before, and I
What?
regretted even saying it.
What do you mean?
Last time I said Joe Cannabis has a new thing.
Joe Cannabis has a new thing.
They ripped that out.
Yeah.
But this one is on the approved list.
Yes.
Do you have it?
No, not yet.
I have a jug of
Isn't
it.
it like 3 different products though?
No.
It's Nature Side.
Yeah, he listed them out. It was like 3 different products. I thought though.
He just
One
gave me
product.
one.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I
haven't
know
seen
he
it.
has a few.
I haven't
new
got it yet. But we're putting our
Nature
name-
Side, huh?
No, we're-
Do
we're
tell.
Nature Side.
Do tell.
We got to get him on the show to talk about it. I don't know
We
anyway.
talked about having a show while they're in town, but they're real busy. So we're gonna do a future
slanging
episode.
that Nature Side.
We're just gonna slang it without knowing, and then all of a sudden we're gonna find out.
Oh,
no,
it's got Avid
that would
in it.
not have Avid in it. Avid, it's oh no.
Wait, that's on the approved list, right?
Yes. No, he's got it figured out.
No, this one's legit.
I think.
We think. I'm pretty sure. We're just busting on it.
No, we like to bust balls.
We do.
The show is coming up soon though because Joe's always around.
Yes.
We kind of wanted to have other guys from the company on there too.
Has he ever been on?
Yeah.
Oh, so
yeah.
many times. He
Okay.
pitched everyone on Guardian here.
Yeah, that's how.
Oh
it
yeah,
is.
actually I did see that. Never mind.
Yep, there you
Shit.
go. So
Yeah.
that hence the Avid jokes.
Guardian.
All right, see, don't get all the freaking
Oh, sorry.
anti-guardian now. We're not allowed.
Sorry about that.
We
Sorry.
signed an anti-guardian thing.
I didn't say that.
No, we did not sign that. But we're over it, is what we're trying to say.
Well, honestly, it's all in the pursuit of
I wish I had
something
some more, dude. I love that shit. I did. It was fucking good. Shit worked. So if this Nature Side works as good as that
new.
works,
He says the same things because when Joe thinks a product works really well, he says that it murders
yeah,
whatever. Like this thing murderers powdery mildew.
This is the latest murderer, huh?
it murders.
this
It's a
thing is
murderer.
on a murderer's
Gotcha.
rampage.
Latest
so.
first-degree murderer right here. Okay, gotcha.
It's a murderer.
Oh, KTI up in the chat. Look at that. Talking about Harpin proteins. Being curious.
Mr. Curious over there.
Curious George, KTI. Well,
Harpins, you ever use those Harpin proteins? I got them. Those Axiom or whatever they're called.
yeah, I've seen them.
whatever
I've
they-
seen
I
them.
forget the name of
What
that
is the deal?
I don't know.
Anything?
It sort of seems like the plants are happy, but plants are just happy when you fucking touch them.
They like having presents. Yeah.
They like getting sprayed with something, and like, hey, I'm happy now. You're like, whoa.
I realized two things. I realized, like, on the one hand, Jeremy has this point that we like to, like, spoil our plants and bring treats home for them and whatever. And I realized that people treat their plants like their pets. Like, oh, you're on your way home from work. You stop by the Petco and get a couple treats for the dog, whatever. And people like to do this. Stop by the grocery store and pick up a couple little treaty dealies. But on the other hand, like we just said, plants love being spoiled. They love it.
They like individual attention.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Yes, they love it.
But
it works.
But you gotta be careful with grabbing something every day you go to the shop. That's for sure.
That's not the recipe for
Don't
success.
overthink it, folks.
No, the best is to find something that works and just stick with that for that moment in time. And then if you do want to move on to something else. But when you overlap too many things, you just kind of
don't watch the overkill.
Yeah.
Well, just different companies with different products. Sometimes you're applying the same product in
different ways,
and all of a sudden it's like, okay, the reason it said only use that amount on that amount is because that's the amount that plant needs for the whole fucking cycle.
Yeah, you can't be adding other stuff willy-nilly,
Yeah, so I mean that's.
But you can always throw some coconut water in there.
Yeah, there's certain go-to things.
You know, there's this. And that's the thing.
I've been meaning to try that.
Jeremy always says for composting, he doesn't do it. He says that's a special treat for your plants, and I'm like, yeah, they like it. They don't need it, but they like it.
It's got to be like a sugar. Got to be like adding sugar, right?
Natural carbs, natural enzymes.
Coconut water is huge.
Yeah. Besides, I mean, on the basics, I'm saying probably.
Well,
like
the big thing about coconut water is that it has all the enzymes that a seed would have, but on a giant scale.
Sure.
So
yeah, it's like the nutrients of a seed. So it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and when you spray it on, you get really short. No, it stacks like a coconut tree does, which is like.
Is that what it does? It makes a cocoa stack.
Cocoa stack. Yeah.
Cocoa
stack.
I've been meaning to do that.
You like that? It's a new product line.
Yeah, cocoa stack.
I'm running it out of my new So High nutrients.
Yep. How about you? We do real shout-outs.
Yeah. Hey, that's a good segue.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it was so smooth.
It was.
It was so smooth.
It was until I said segue.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Big shout out, first and foremost, to our friends at Way to Grow.
Way to Grow. 7 locations. My favorite one at 1051 Platte River, just because it's convenient for me and it's the biggest shop, so they got can kind of wander around.
They just opened a new one in Pueblo too.
Really?
Yeah, there's one open in Pueblo as of a few weeks ago.
Oh my God, new shop in Pueblo. That means 8 locations.
8.
Yep, there's a new shop.
They needed one in Pueblo because
I can't believe they didn't.
It's like
have one there
I want to
already.
say it's on 3rd Street or 2nd Street. It's
That's
somewhere
awesome.
Downtown, guys. It's really easy to find if you're down
That's awesome. That means they have 8 locations because the 7th location was the Silverthorne one, which so they got the mountain kind of covered. You don't have to come down, get stuck in some. Well, now I think we're past all this snow.
Shout out to the Pueblo crew.
But the Pueblo shop is a necessary thing. My God, I can't believe they didn't have one already.
Well, there's a couple shops down there, but
yeah,
they
but there's
definitely
not a way to.
No, they definitely made the scene a little bit better. That's
Small
for
selection.
That's for sure.
And they all gouge you, but not a Way to Grow. That's not what happens.
No way, man.
Yeah.
And also at the 1051, the reason I also like it, and a lot of my friends like it, is because you have concentrate corner there where you can pick up all your gear that you need for pretty much every level of concentrate production.
That is one cool thing about Colorado. You can find that stuff in the hydro stores. It's the
Mhm.
only place I've ever seen that, where you can get concentrate stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lab
Pretty neat.
equipment and stuff.
Yeah, all the lab equipment, all the ovens. Yeah, pretty neat.
And you
What's
remember
their-
the codes? I don't know. My computer's frozen. I can't.
Frozen computer.
ADS Blue is going to
ADS
get you
Blue.
Hortilux Blues at half price.
ADS Blue.
Phantom.
Oh, it just worked. An ADS Phantom
We get you a whole Phantom set, 315
at dirt cheap prices.
CMH, which super good price for that for a whole kit. Damn.
Yeah, it was
Nice.
like,
And it's
Nice.
good because you got the separate everything, so you can like move it around, keep it easy.
here we go. Now I can dig it up.
Way to go, way to grow.
Way to
can dig it
go!
I
Way to
can dig it
go!
up.
Bam! And then
wanna
on
do
your way
incredible?
out, you gotta.
Oh.
And then if you can still say ADS because I do, and they still give me a discount. So it's
Do
not-
they? You still do it then? Still say Adam Dunn Show
Yeah,
when
you don't
check
just
it out.
only have to. I mean, you can. That gets you the special deal, but if you say ADS, they still give you a deal.
Yeah, that'll be a deal on everything. But if you say those two things we said is while supplies last only, it's an ADS exclusive, and it's about 50% off.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
So it's the ADS Phantom and
'Cause that would-
ADS Blue.
then again, they already have it. Even the people I don't know, I already got you the Adam Dunn Show, so they didn't really have to say it.
What?
I don't have to say it.
You don't say it.
I walk
because
up to
your
the
shirt
counter
says
and I'm
it.
about to. I'm wearing my shirt with my name on it. That
Yeah.
usually helps. And then on top of that,
It literally says the Adam Dunn Show, so
Yeah.
you don't have to say your account when it's on your shirt.
no,
No.
that doesn't mean I'm always wearing my Adam Dunn shirt. Pretty much.
Every time I see you, but I see you on show day.
Yeah, you only see me once a week, and
I know.
I'm trying to represent.
I know,
don't know what
repping
you're
hard.
representing. What are you repping?
I'm repping Porsche Fly Clothing, actually.
What the
My
fuck
buddy's
is that?
different clothing
What the hell is
company.
that?
They're the ones that I told you that brine the shirts, and it makes them really soft. Feel how soft it is.
That's not weed.
That's sweat.
They brine the shirts.
Yeah, they brine the cotton, and it softens
it
the
up.
cotton.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Hey, I'm repping Kyle Cushman over here.
What?
Oh, our buddy Kyle.
Good old
Oh.
Kyle. Got a shout out real quick. Hey Kyle.
Shout out to Kyle.
He's the king of shout-outs, so that's good,
Yeah.
shouting him out.
You
It's
know,
funny how even he had to change his name to Mr. Orstein. Or
He had to change his name?
Yep.
on Facebook, yeah, he's got his real name, I think,
Yeah.
up there.
Well, that
I
Facebook
remember.
police, or is that the High Times legal?
No,
No,
I think
it's
that
Facebook
was
police.
Facebook police.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, my computer's frozen, so
What the fuck's wrong with your computer?
uh,
You want to hardwire it or something? You
no,
can't do it.
that's not going to
Not
fix
happening.
it.
Not happening.
No, but we can continue the shout out train. Big shout out to Build
Boom.
the Soil. Hopefully, we'll get Jeremy on next week. I gotta hit him up.
I really want to talk to that guy.
You already forgot somebody.
Sounds like a really interesting guy.
He's
to pick his
awesome.
You
brain.
forgot. You forgot.
Yeah.
I'm looping back.
You're looping? All right.
Looping.
Looping. All right, looping.
Okay,
Loop it.
looping the third.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Build the Soil. I want to get Jeremy on next week. I want to try to do the battle next week. That's what I promised you.
Yes. Finally, something set up properly. That's
I'm gonna
been
try. I'm gonna try.
Thank you.
We're gonna try to get, and I'm not gonna get too into it because we can talk about it when we rep Veg and Bloom. But Build the Soil is your spot if you're into living soil organics, or you want to just add some organic
That's your
stuff. in
corner,
regimen.
actually. That's your corner.
If you want to try the coconut water, get it from him because it's good quality.
I hear
it's
Jeremy is
cheap,
the
it's
man.
powdered.
Yep.
He is the man. He's the nicest guy in the
Yep.
world. And he's just he doesn't mess with shitty products. It's all about quality, and he's really conscious of, how he can keep applying. If you buy something from Jeremy, you can trust that he's not going to go and buy a fancy watch. He's going to put it back into getting more dirt to make dirt cheaper for everyone. Like, he really believes it's his mission to get people growing in soil.
And he delivers.
Yeah, and he'll even tell you, and this is how you know Jeremy's great. He'll encourage you to buy from a local source instead of getting it shipped from him, so that you don't burn the carbon.
Like earthworm castings.
If it's possible.
Right.
Something easy. Yeah. Something you're like, well, you can get mine, or you can get.
I just saw an earthworm farm the other day.
Earthworm
They're
farms are-
really
which one?
simple.
Which one?
It was one of the. I don't know what
Or
kind it
where
was.
was
It
it?
was like a nylon bag style. It was a
Oh,
hanging
one of
It
those.
was,
Yeah.
it was really neat.
Jeremy
really
sells those ones too.
Yeah,
They're
really
really cool.
simple. I think that's where it actually came from. That's why I wanted to mention it.
Jeremy.
Yeah,
Jeremy
but
and
it was a
your
very
earthworms.
simple idea. If you
They're great.
want to make your own worm castings, it's a really, really simple
And those things produce
process.
a lot of castings.
And it can be done inside or outside, if I'm not mistaken.
It can.
So,
There's advantages both ways, but the cool thing about inside is it doesn't smell.
no,
and
there's
it's
no smell.
Better than a garbage disposal, and you get fresh castings.
It might take up a 1x1 space too.
And you can go the real coop method, which is what Jeremy does as well, where you really are only feeding, instead of just like you do your kitchen compost and you turn you give your compost to the worms rather than giving them just your kitchen scraps. You compost it first and then you give it to the worms, and that's supercharged castings for you.
And he talks about a lot of this I see on his website. So, if you're just looking for information on even how to start with organics, Build a Soil is probably a really good website for you to start with.
Everything, he distills it all to the essence. He makes it as simple and clear as possible. I can't recommend it enough. BuildTheSoil.com. And of course, big shout out to Dark Horse Genetics.
Those guys.
Us guys. Working on some crazy things in the lab. Obviously, still dropping new flavors. Got our first rec seed harvest underway, which is some TH seeds. We got some archive brewing up in there. And of course, our Dark Horse, a bunch of banner crosses. And then in the med, we got some R&D genetics where we got we're going to have so many fucking seeds. I've never seen this many seeds, dude.
Awesome.
We have two, Adam, you know our flower rooms. The two flower rooms are just
Just all different seed plants?
Just everything is seeded, 100%.
Oh, seeded?
Seeded, yeah.
At the facility I was at the other day?
Yeah. So
On
2 of
purpose,
those rooms.
on purpose.
On purpose, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Like Jason was going through there every day and shaking the mail over them with the
Wow,
fans
nice.
on. Like, we're going to have a lot of seeds. And it's totally just for pheno hunting and looking for some fun because we got the big outdoor thing going on in Pueblo, it sounds like, potentially. So maybe... do some.
So I have to say this out loud, Mitch. I got some Scott's OG shatter from you guys. Well, not from you guys, but from a friend of you guys recently. Man, that stuff was on point.
Thank you.
On point.
Yeah, the concentrates are still. We're now starting to move to the blends, which is going to be interesting. So far, they get a better response than the straight ups. In the beginning, everyone was like, "I want the strains I know." But then when we put out, I think it was like the Cherry Blossom, that was the game changer because we did it was like a high CBD strain that was really cherry. And I was like, well, let's put that with a flow. And it gave it this total, just dead on cherry blossom.
Very interesting.
So that's more intriguing to me than just like, oh, let's run a strain and extract it like everybody else. Any good grower or good extractor, their OGs aren't going to be that far off. Their sours aren't going to be that far off. But that when you get creative with it and start blending, that I think we're going to be doing
That's
more
kind of
and more
new
of.
territory for most people, too.
And, I mean, most people do it. The concept of like, I like this flavor and that flavor, let's cross those genetics and let's produce an offspring.
Yep.
But it really shortens the development cycle when you're like, oh, these flowers and these flowers, sniff, 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 sniff. Oh, yeah, these are going in together.
Or again, like, us small-time guys, we don't ever have enough trim of one thing or another, so, we end up putting it all together, calling it Skittles, like we were talking about earlier, and you end up with a little brick like that, but it's cool to be able to take deliberately two things, put them together, and see how
and
it
to
works
even
out.
have start to work out recipes and stuff, and like that becomes a new flavor.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So stuff we're working on. Of course, big shout out to our buddies at Growstone.
Love Grow
KTI,
Stones.
I need a beer. We're shouting out Growstone.
Most important time to have a beer.
I gotta use the restroom after
I
this.
love
But
Grow
we'll shout out
Stones.
Growstone. You use them?
Yes,
Tell
I
us about
absolutely
them.
do.
Oh, good.
I use it instead of perlite, and it's a real good medium in terms of adding porosity to your soil.
Sure.
Especially when you're using kind of non-soil mediums, or the soilless mediums as we like to call them.
Did you have any issues at all with it?
No, none at all. None at all.
Totally compatible
I mean,
from what I hear.
when you just like with perlite, and anything else that's
Grow
made up
stones?
like that, you get a little bit of dust at the bottom of the bag, but
I heard
other
it's
than
not
that,
as
I mean,
dusty as perlite.
no, it's definitely not as dusty as perlite, and it's not as toxic as perlite. In terms of, I always was told when I was a kid, don't breathe perlite, not good.
Well,
Don't,
no, you should.
you better wear a respirator.
It's particulate.
Yeah, you better wear a respirator. There's particulates, and again, Adam always makes fun of it, but grow stones are made of recycled glass.
No, we don't make
So-
fun of it.
Never make fun of that.
Well,
Here, cheers. Make Growstones.
yeah, there you go. Like I
Make
said,
some
here we go.
Growstones. Make some Growstones.
Grow
stones. There we go.
stones. Yeah, we love it.
So yeah, made out of recycled glass. So yeah, even the dust isn't going to hurt you in any way.
Yeah. And
Well, it's not dusty. It's heavy. It's,
Yep.
you
And
don't
that's,
get-
I think, my favorite thing about them is that they don't float to the top of the mix. 'Cause
No.
perlite's always a really good idea when you put it in, and then after you water, it's a game.
It
It's
just
like,
it
oh,
turns
that's-
out that it's white at the
that's
top.
not
yeah.
the same
No.
anymore.
Grow stones are awesome. Really like them.
Of course, big shout out to our buddies at Hydroponic Research, makers of Veg and Bloom. That's Adam. Has been running the Veg and Bloom.
ran the last round.
Did
You're
you get the results yet?
To get results.
Well, you were talking about you were
as far
about to
as-
harvest some stuff. from
Yeah,
it.
no. Like I said, my yields were average, I'd say, because I didn't go push it super hard. But yeah, as far as effects and stuff like that, fucking fire and stuff. That's what's noticeable is that it's pretty damn easy to flush out without any problem, which I noticed. Which I was kind of concerned just because mixing is the hardest part because you got to like any kind of thing that's already starts off solid, you got to mix it up really well before you put it into your
Dilute it,
tank
yeah.
at all. Because if you try to just throw it in the tank, that's when you kind of I think it all just sinks to the
clumps
bottom.
up. And
Yeah. So I was always trying to like
Even
the
with
first-
liquid nutrients, you really shouldn't mix them and let it sit for a minute and keep it mixing. Put
Yeah.
put a pump in there. Walk away for 15 minutes. It's
Sure.
always better.
just make sure your pump doesn't get it too hot.
Exactly.
But no, it's good. I mean, like I said,
Veg and
easy.
Bloom's super easy to mix.
Super easy.
Just
I'm going to try it on my
dissolves.
outdoor now. So I'm going to try it on because I think
Sweet.
there,
Yeah, there you go.
I think there might actually even be more useful because of the fact that I don't have to bring up so much fucking liquids at night to my spot. So I can just like, woo.
And it's definitely in a lot of the bigger commercial gardens around the state, around the country. the go-to thing when you need something sterile, something that's reproducible, the same every time.
Yeah, and that's the thing is a lot of people. I mean,
Not too complicated, obviously.
Super simple,
Right.
exactly. You can really institute it on a large scale without, you're not
Co-
brewing a 13-part
cost-effective.
recipe and trying to make it happen. Super cost.
Nobody ever
effective.
messes those up.
And it puts out fire. That's the thing. It's not just like it doesn't put out generic 2-part bud. It puts
Right.
out 1-part fire.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and I think it's also it brings out the different flavors of the variety because it doesn't impart a lot. You know?
Yeah,
It's a
exactly.
broad base.
Yeah. Of course, big shout out to our buddy and your buddy. Seeds here now.
Seeds
Seeds here now.
here
James.
now.
Seeds
He's
here
in
now.
Alaska right now.
And for their
What's
cannabis
up, James?
They are up
See,
in
Jason
Alaska.
got him beat. Jason's going to Hawaii for their cannabis cup.
Oh, that's awesome.
He's a
Their
month. He's a
ADSI
month
spin-off.
off. Though,
I've
yeah.
never made it to
Should've went
Hawaii.
last month when it happened.
I've never been to Hawaii. Oh, hey, happy 420, guys.
So he literally is going to
Oh.
that.
He's going for that, yeah. He's just like, this is the second time since I've known him that he's just like, I'm dipping off to Hawaii. But he knows how to do it on the cheap. Apparently, if you know the locals, you can get away with it. You don't get stuck in the tourist bullshit. He's got that. I don't
Right.
got that.
But the flight's always fucking crippling.
He's got tricks on that.
Tricks on the flight.
Yeah.
He's hanging on the side.
No.
He's like, I'm getting there on the cheap.
Oh, I stole Jason's toker poker, apparently. He just texted me to tell me that.
Idiot.
I'm going to flaunt it in front of the camera. Speaking of the devil.
Nice. Is he watching the show?
Yeah, but it's weird because we're on a delay, so he didn't even hear that I was talking about him.
Uh-oh.
Not yet, at least.
Not yet. It's so crazy, yeah.
And
So,
then all of a sudden, here
All
it comes.
of a sudden, here it is. But shout out, of course, to Seeds here now carrying Dark Horse, too.
Here now.
Now.
What's exciting on there? Brothers Grimm's exciting on there.
Always exciting. with
that
the Brothers
resin?
Grimm.
Goopy resin.
Goopy Res on my toker poker.
Goopy resin on a
I poked a
toker.
toker with it, as the name would imply.
You poker toker?
Actually, there are a lot of guys on there. LaPlata Labs is on there.
Yeah, he's got pretty much the top 25 breeders.
At least he has more than 25. He's got a DJ Shorts on
Thank
there,
you.
our guest from
DJ.
last week.
He's only 25.
Mosca.
25 Mosque Swamp Boys, Exotic, THCs. Oh yeah, this guy's on there too.
Yeah,
I
this-
forgot
this-
you're on there.
This guy has
This
a
guy.
couple of
This
offerings.
guy.
DJ Short.
This guy Bog is up on there now.
Speaking of which, I didn't realize Dark Star was yours until
No.
a couple weeks ago.
Now you're loving it.
Yeah.
Yay. That's a good one for Pueblo, too. Let me tell you.
Interesting. I'll keep that in mind.
I gave a bunch to our buddies. So.
Yep.
Mhm.
Hey, yo.
Okay. Adam, I'm going to ask you to carry the show for
Carry the show.
90 seconds.
Man, I was with these guys the whole last show. It was terrible. you saw how that went.
Yeah, you can probably almost take the
Didn't
mic.
go well?
You can probably almost take the mic with you.
Oh, it was good.
It's pretty close.
It was all right. I don't remember what we were talking about. Did we talk about anything? We ate,
Dog- didn't talk about
Dutch was awesome
anything.
too.
we
I
ate
mean,
tacos.
He
I don't
was a
know.
good
I think
co-host.
we ate tacos.
We did. We ate tacos.
Okay.
What, you're hungry
Did you
now?
talk about LaPlata Labs at all?
No,
A
nothing.
little bit.
Didn't even say a word about
Come on,
it.
the
Talk
flush will
about
be good
his
comedy.
breeding.
A little bit.
All right. I'll be
You come
right back.
Start thinking of while you're there. Take
I'm working on it. I'm going to get inspired.
Don't hit the glass.
I'm not going to hit the glass. That's why it's bolted to the ground.
Telling you, flushes are good comedy.
It's on camera. It's on camera.
All right, so was that all our shout-outs?
That was all our shout outs. Let me think. We might have a few extra ones. We might have a couple. Shout out to Vinny Bob over there, keeping the shop barely alive over here as we go. We're like a life support system here. The spot we're in right now, we're waiting for the building to get CO'd. So we literally have been illegally running our deal underground,
Dun, 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 dun.
just like you would do anything. Fuck it, we're open. I don't give a fuck.
I think the space looks great. It
course it looks
already
great.
looks great.
No, it looks great because we're the only we haven't even started. That's the best part. Like we literally just put in the basics, haven't done the downstairs, haven't done the studio. That's
And-
all the stuff we're looking forward to because it's going to happen.
Yeah, they're definitely working around the clock here. The whole back parking lot's
Well,
full.
I wouldn't say around the clock.
Well, you know what I mean. Every time I come here during the day, let's put it that way, the back parking lot's completely full of work trucks.
The last couple days, yes, for sure, because they've been like finally figured out that they have to get this thing done. But we are we're looking at like a lot of good people looking to move in the building. So we got Dope Magazines interested in taking a spot.
Very nice.
So we're
Little
just,
commune.
yeah, I'm trying to slowly get people in here. So if you are in the Denver area, you got a business that is cannabis related, or
Could do a gallery
Colorado,
too.
or Colorado, this could be your zone because we're doing something. I got a few units left.
Contact
selling
Adam
units.
Dunn at
I'm
the Adam Dunn
selling
Show.
units up here. That's
Did you get the whole building or what?
No, we got access.
Wait, did you say we've been doing this illegally this whole time?
Of course we have.
I mean, I presume so, but I didn't know it as a fact till just now.
Yeah, we're illegal. Everything we do.
It's all installed and stuff. It looks so legit. You walk in here, you're like, no, this has to be legal.
That's okay, Mitch. You still have plausible deniability.
Yeah, I know.
That's how I don't tell you nothing, dude. See, then you sound so fucking honest and perfect about it.
Perfect.
Yeah,
The
and I'm
angel.
like, angel of the crew. That's what we do.
So, you want a unit? Upstairs? Downstairs? Let's talk.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, I already did that.
But let's talk more about LaPlata Labs.
There we go. See, I was just trying to get
Good
off,
lead-in.
off there. Leads. This guy with his questions.
Because it's usually what we do when we do a breeder showcase.
I know. You ask
Yes.
like the tough questions.
No,
Tough.
easy questions. Wait, I mean, like, how long have you been growing weed?
Decently since I was 15.
How old are you? I
31.
You're like an Elvin. You could be 25, right?
Yeah.
Am I wrong? He's like
You could
an
play
Elvin
Mhm.
youthfulness.
Hopefully that lasts.
Yeah.
Like you kind of said.
So you're 31.
Like
so
you
it's-
kind of said to me, if you would have said to me you were 25, I wouldn't have been
I thought you were
surprised.
10
You would've been
I thought you were
surprised,
10 years younger, man.
That's
For
pretty
real.
funny.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm probably the old guy in the room.
I don't know.
Yeah, I got you beat. Yeah, by
Yeah?
a couple weeks, right? Yeah,
Couple
we
weeks,
talked
yeah,
about that.
Wow.
Yeah,
Weeks, yeah,
I
weeks.
got you beat by a couple weeks.
Yeah. So he is the old guy. Officially.
But-
no, you're. Oh, where is he? Right.
Hey, so how long have you been growing, PJ?
Robbie's.
Okay.
Yeah, Robbie's older than
All right,
us.
oldest guy on the air.
So
Here's to that.
growing. When did you start breeding?
My first kind of introduction into it without anything hermaphroditing was
Intentional.
yeah,
breeding,
yeah, intentional was like 2008, 2009 when I was really getting into it.
So you've been growing quite a while by then.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I honestly had no idea it was gonna engulf me that much. The second I started to actually, have a goal, set and started to tinker and
So what was that inspiration? What was that goal that you?
It's kind of my old roommate. Honestly, his nickname is Shazam, and he does tomatoes. He breeds everything, and one day he just was like, "Hey man, here's some pollen. Chuck this." And I'm like, "All right, cool." I hit up some stuff that I had. Had some elite cuts, some Colorado stuff.
Got out the old paintbrush.
Yeah, exactly. I used the paintbrush, I cover the whole plant and just leave a branch,
Right.
and hit up the one plant, and that's kind of how I got my start. And then I had worked the strains both. Like the weird part was when I really worked both strains. Like I've grown them both individually for a long period of time, so I know their traits. That's when it hit me hard when I finally mated them, pop their progeny, and then that's when it really, really, really connected. Where I was just like, holy crap! Like you actually have some kind of you can have a goal and you can make it. You can do what you want. You can have a vision and fucking do it with every strain, and you can. I mean, you really can.
So what were the goals that gripped you kind of early on?
Just new funky flavors, and then the resin stuff too. I wanted to try and kill everybody on resin, and also incorporate the heavy terpenes. Just because nobody was doing it. Everybody would have either one of the two. Something that was like super hashy and just resiny, or floral or chalky or something with the resin, but then they wouldn't have the terpenes to go with the outrageous resin profiles. So the second I started being able to lock in both of those, I realized like you can fucking lock them in.
It doesn't have to be either or.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, why am I spending money and time and effort growing all these people's seeds if they're not actually putting time and effort into, like putting a good product out there? So
The only time I've ever seen those two things come together, it usually lacks in size in the long run. That's where you always seem to get in the back end.
yeah.
No, I'm not talking about you.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
talking
I'm
about
just-
what, like you were saying.
Yeah,
that's
it's the same,
exactly what brought
It doesn't
you into
fit
the
all
business.
of them. Yeah, it doesn't fit all of them.
Yeah,
So when you started going down that path there, like first, were you surprised by how long it took you, or?
Not at all, actually. As Adam knows, and I'm sure you guys have all bred a bunch. Sometimes you can get lucky right off the bat. Like you can. Sometimes, what I'll do is I'll get a bunch of the similar clones, and I have a goal, right? But I won't know what male is the stunner, so I will have to take 5 males, hit up the same female with 5 different males, and then pop all their progeny, and then I can, kind of dictate from there where I want to go.
Sure.
But fuck, I got off track there.
Tell me how long it took you.
Oh yeah, so sometimes, you know, I mean, I got lucky with one male, just like, hey, I got this male around and I have this female, it's killer, I'm gonna try it out. And sometimes like there is no goal, and boom, and then it
There's
creates
just
a
some
goal.
fire in there,
and then
yeah.
once I pop those seeds, then I see that there, you know, is potential, and then I, you know, find the direction that I want to go with it, and go down that path. So. And that's
So
what I think
you're not so much going into it saying, all right, I want to figure out how to create this flavor or this thing.
Well, no,
but
no,
you're doing
exactly.
this
No, I
cross
am.
and then trying to refine
No, I
it.
am. No, I
Oh, you
totally
are?
am. Yeah, like my main thing is trying to match terpenes when I'm doing any kind of strain. I try and, you know, and the resin. But most of the stuff that I have, you know, already has all the resin profile I need. So I'm just trying to lock in flavors and different flavors and bring the flavor in with the resin. So, yeah, I mean, fuck. I'm sorry, my brain's going.
It's all good. I got more questions. We can jump to other questions. It's harder when the train's going by and all this. So
A lot of smoke in the room.
yeah, what are your like keys that you're looking for in male selection, or your guidelines for male selection?
Honestly, like my number one is I just, you know, molest the actual physical plant before it's flowering a lot and try and get as many of aromas. I mean, I like matching terpenes. Oh yeah, that's where we were going a second ago.
Yeah.
So kind of like I brought it before, is like when you're a chef, you're trying to, you know, you're trying to mix up flavors, you're trying to match flavors on a plate. And so it's like I'm trying to do the same kind of thing, you know, I'm trying to mix terpenes because everybody, like when you're really breeding, you understand, I mean, most shit gets either quote unquote chalky or floral or something where, you know, you're like, there was terpenes in one of the mother and father, but it never followed through when you hit the cross.
Right.
Yeah.
And that happens all the time. Like that's
Sure.
more times than none, even, you know.
Yeah. No,
So,
I'd say about 80, 90%
exactly.
of the time that
And
happens.
so,
Hey, this doesn't taste like grape, man.
No.
yeah, exactly. So people just will name a strain just on the parents and whatnot, and it's nothing. It doesn't even come close. But yeah, so I mean, I'm
You're
kind of
better
like
off, you're better off naming a mom that you know will stay the same. Like if you got like a grapey plant, you call it some grapey name and you give out a bunch of cuts, so they're going to stay grapey forever. You know, whereas if you start making seeds of those grape things, usually the elusive grape flavor will never come back. You know what I mean? You'll be
Yeah.
like, fuck, I went
Yep.
5 generations deep, didn't find one grape.
Yep.
I don't know.
You know,
The
it's-
grape ape still
and it
controls that.
It
for
happens. You just gotta chalk it up, go to
Right.
the next one.
No, for sure.
So you're looking to kind of preserve the flavor of one of the parents,
I mean,
essentially?
yeah, for the most part. I mean, because most of my males I use and stuff, all my shit's been worked pretty much for the most part. So I know what the males are bringing now,
Right.
like after years of building them and stuff. So now what I'm doing is just trying to find, you know, terp matching or something like, or accenting, I should say, or something, you know, basically where I'm trying to come up with something, you know, something different that's, you know, funky, I guess, or just something that's out of the ordinary that.
Yeah, that carries over a lot.
Precisely, yeah, and stuff that will, you know, that I know match, because after you do after you try it, it's weird. Like you do see how some strains, their terpenes accent each other and like create just amazing stuff.
Sure.
You know, so
Well, yeah, exactly.
Well, it's not like that Flow OG that IROC did last year.
Right.
oh, it was beautiful.
You know, those I wouldn't think about those two being great compliments, but it's amazing. They go together so well.
I've got some of my Live Long and Prosper and Durango OG right here. This is actually grown by by me. It wasn't the best grow, but it's Live Long and Prosper is one of my new gigs. Pretty much most people know about the Durango already, but
Tell us about both of them, because we got, you know, there's all kinds of people.
the Live Long is actually something I'm really fucking stoked about. It's the Colorado Pre-98 Bubba Kush that everybody's, you know, the fruity Bubba that's going around that purples out. And then I hit it up with a Lemon Alien, like the cushiest Lemon Alien male that I had around that was super lemony. And yeah, I was trying to just come up with a fruity, you know, bouquet, just a different, not just the normal like
Definitely has that
berries. I was trying to come up with, you know, like a citrus berry type of thing, and it actually followed through a little bit. And by the way, that's literally only a 3-day cure, so I'll bring up the proper shit next week.
Was the Bubba kind of finicky?
No, not at all. No,
Really?
it's a very forgiving plant as long as you don't overhit it with nitrogen at all in the beginning before you flip it.
Gotcha.
So-
Oh, we got all kinds of questions coming out of the chat room now. So, how big of a breeding hunting population do you use when you're searching for your one? You know, Adam says it's 80 to 90% or don't have what you're looking for.
So it's kind of funny. I've been throwing this method out there and trying. I usually kind of keep hush hush, but I've been giving people this little thing that's helped me out where I just germinate in flour, where I will throw 6 trays,
just 12 from seed,
straight up. I germinate them. No CFLs, nothing, just straight up under my HIDs, throw them to the roof.
Yeah.
Put them in there, pop them, germinate them in the trays. I'll do like 600 of them, throw them under 4 lights, and they'll end up being 3 feet, 4 feet tall. And you can really, you definitely have to. Your clone room's gonna be fucking full of shit.
Yeah.
But because
how big do they end up at the end in terms of like how much soil are they getting?
Well, it totally depends. So, on your growing, like right now, I'm just doing. This is the last method I was doing is kind of an awkward one because I'm doing cocoa. So I'm feeding it 4 times a day. I'm doing 10-gallon pots, but they're literally like 4 feet long by like 8 inches deep by like 16 inches wide, and I'm putting, I'm dividing them up. I did 16 pots
so
this
it's
last time.
like sowing a piece of land almost.
Yeah, exactly. And then
You're like
throw them in there.
Broadcasting them, or like actually putting them
straight up? No, not every inch. I'm doing them, probably every couple inches, and then I'll put like a few in the middle and stuff. But since the surface area, it's broad. It's pretty broad, and I'm doing 16 of those under the 4 lights. So there's actually, quite a bit of room for me to put them in there. And yeah, I'll straight flower them out, and I'll just super crop them, because a lot of them will stretch when they're, not topped or anything. So I'll super crop the shit out of them, but they'll end up 3 feet, 4 feet tall, and I can see all the variables I need. I can find, easily find all the females that I need, and all the males too. It's pretty easy because the males, when you do that, like for the females, it takes like an extra week and a half for the hormones to kick over for them to go into full female flower production, but the males still kick off in 2 weeks. So I can actually take my time on picking my males. I'll still clone them all and stuff, and then I can just keep molesting them, like for another week and a half before I actually have to chop them. So I'll clone all the males, everything, and because, I don't know. You'll find new stuff every single time you do it, and that's how I've been doing it for a while, and I'm able to kill a fucking strain, like, just in a year and a half, I can get it to F5, like, if I find something, and it's not, if it's not finicky by any sort, I don't have to go back a generation or anything like that. Fuck, year and a half, I've got it solid.
So is that how far you like to take things, F5, or you want to take it further?
No, not necessarily. Most, if I'm not happy with it, then I'll usually back cross it and
Sure.
then, keep going or something. And but that's pretty much mainly all. Like F5 is kind of my not magic, but the sweet spot right now for most of my stuff. And back cross and then go to F5 even, and it's still like that's where I want.
So is it for you? Is a back cross kind of like a mulligan? Is it like if you get into a corner, can you reliably back cross to bring back what you're looking
not
for?
at all. No, it's kind of like a Hail Mary in a way,
Okay.
Like straight up. You're just like,
Yeah.
I hope that,
Yeah.
because we're dealing with a lot of hybrids nowadays, so sometimes you're like, oh yeah, it's rock solid, and then all of a sudden you're like, all right, I'm gonna back cross it, and then you pop those seeds, and then it's like, it's not even close to where I was before I back crossed it.
Right.
Got to go back to those other ones. Go again to the next, make them the next generation. See if it actually improves rather than back crossing. So it's fucking crazy. Like I've told Adam before, my Alien Blues. I had to go back 2 generations. That shit took me like 7 years to get it, and that's my little baby because I kept going. I'm like, fuck, it's just unstable. It's not where I need it. Had to go back a generation. Still the same problem. I did breeding like 6 times within 2 generations.
Right, so you did like 2 years backwards.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, I was like, I know I can do it. And I went back 2 generations, like, fuck it. I'm just going to pop these F2s again. Pop the F2s, boom. Fucking, it was like the original male from the F2s fucked it all up. Like, just something it brought into the genetics. So I had to, I just had to go back to where it was, and find a different male that didn't bring in any of that unstableness.
Recessive trait.
Yeah, exactly. So, but, yeah.
Yeah, and then, and the material that you started with could have been unstable to begin with. Who knows? It's like, it's one of those.
And that's the fucking biggest gamble right now. Like I was saying, everything's hybridized right now, and it's not good breeding stock, know?
The ratios of what you get to what you get are, all over the place.
Yeah,
sure.
You never really
Well, the thing
fucking
is
know.
if you have enough space, you can kind of play the game and fuck around with shit, but it's real hard when you have a real tiny space. Like, you're trying to do 4 lights or something like that, you can't do it. It's like, that's what I figured out when I went to Holland the first time. I kind of understood why they were charging so much for seeds, was because they were throwing away back then. They were making hash too, but they weren't making concentrate. But they were just making not even bubble hash. They're making dry sieve, with all their seed stuff, but that usually is pretty mediocre at best. You know what I mean? So
It's all beat up and shit.
yeah, well, it'd be like they'd harvest early and try to do something with that. And you know, if you're looking at like a ton of weeds with a pound of resin, it's like wow, that's a lot of work right there. But in general, it was like kind of like the losses is the key to the price. You know, why things cost so much, because you're just like throwing away 90%. Now people get a much better angle as far as if you give somebody a 6 week, you figured out it's the wrong one, you can give it to them and get something out of it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
You're always trying to concentrate.
You're like, fuck, can't let this go any further.
Right.
Fuck everything up.
So now, was that Alien Blue the longest you've worked a line?
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you still working that line?
No. I mean, I'm
so
pretty
after
much
all
done.
that work, it's
yeah. I
just
mean,
on the
it
shelf?
was literally like my first strain that I was like, holy shit, I'm fucking done. Like, holy crap.
You accomplished. So how did you know, and what did it feel like to get there and realize that you accomplished like what you were trying to do with that line?
Well, just the symmetry in every single bean and the aroma and the stature and every little thing. It was like a clone and a seed. All the males, all the females, they were identical, like in every way and form. I mean, you can't tell a difference between them. You know, it's hard to tell the difference. You know? Yeah. So there's only like a small variation between.
And
them.
so now, how you said it was 6 rounds of breeding?
Well, yeah. So. Well, I had to redo like 6 different rounds.
Oh, you had to redo?
Yeah.
And that was F2, so it was already 2 rounds.
Wow.
Yeah, so I had to.
So you went
what was the
through
duration of
14.
that project, would you say?
That was one of my first ones with the Alien Bubba that, I mean, it was 7 years. I mean, it was about 7 years.
7 years.
So it was one of my first,
so
actual,
all of you aspiring breeders out there.
And what do you
7 years.
What do you use as your, fixed point as far as do you use the male or the female?
That's what someone just asked in chat, too.
For the main?
Yeah.
Honestly.
Can you walk us through, that line, the breeding of that line?
Of the blues?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
You don't have to. No, I was just...
that one, honestly, is super complicated.
That's why I think it's a great, because we never get to... We always talk about, it's super simple.
All right, so...
And then it's that's not
so it was the Super Skunk, a random Colorado Color Super Skunk crossed with the Alien Bubba that I had, the male. So that was just its own thing. And then I had the DJ Short Blueberry crossed with the same Alien Bubba male. Mm-hmm. Boom. And then after I got a male from the Blueberry Alien Bubba, hit up the Super Skunk with the Alien Bubba with that male. Then I got that progeny. And then I went to the F2 on that.
So
then I had I had the male from the F1s still on that. Back crossed it with my male, the F2s with my male that I had. Because it was, I hit up a couple other things, and it had, pretty much everything else I hit had exactly what I wanted. I was like, holy crap, this is what I want. So this is the male. So I back-crossed the F2s with the male, and then used those. So it was BX1 right there. Yeah. And then I went to try and stabilize it down that line right there. So F2, F3, F4, F5. So I got to F4. The F4s were unstable. The F3s were... I guess I just got lucky, the one time I ran them, and was breeding with them, I got lucky, made it to the F4s, and had to go back. Is that us?
That's us, weirdly. I don't know who it is. Hold on, I'm working on it.
The hotline.
You know what? I don't even know. That might just be my phone in my pocket because it's not the computer. I don't even have Skype running.
Because he got high.
Yep. So
Skype should be running.
Yeah, Skype should be running. Should I have it live?
Yeah,
live and connected.
Get it up. Get it up. Let's get it up.
Get it up. All right,
get her up, boy. What's the phone number?
That's weird. I was doing a great interview, Adam, and now we're just to get her up, boy.
Get her up, boy. Get her up, boy.
Back to toilet humor.
Yes, that's the best show ever when it goes that way. That direction. No, but
a missed call from my mom on Skype.
Oh, Mom.
Shout out to Mom.
Yeah. Hey, Mom.
It's my dad's birthday, so shout out to my dad.
Yeah,
hey, happy birthday.
Papa.
Yeah.
Right, so when you do pull the lineup, are you going to pull the lineup or no?
What?
Skype
is up.
All right, Skype's up. Cool.
Right there.
Hey.
What's the number? 720-310. What was it? 8237?
Yeah, you nailed it. There you go. Say it not mumbling now because you know it.
And the number is 720-310-8237. 8237. Give us a call if you want to talk some swag.
So, Josh, I don't know if we just talked about this a little bit, but how do you choose a good male? When you're going down the line like that.
Well, like I was saying, my main thing is aroma. Like in every way and form, it's aroma. For sure, the next factor is if it's producing, resin glands on it directly.
Do you like?
Yeah, because I know you can't flower out every male to find,
Oh, I do, though. I do.
No, I'm
Yeah,
talking about to find the traits to decide whether to push.
No, I do.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I get them, to where they're dropping pollen. I definitely get them pushed, for sure.
Interesting.
They're quick though. Males are quick, so
Yeah.
it doesn't take long to really be able to
See if they're going to be big producers of resin, of pollen or not.
Yeah, you
Right.
can dictate that pretty quick.
Right on.
But yeah, and just like I was saying, get 5-10 clones of the same thing, hit them up with a bunch of different males. If you can't really decide on what you want, hit them up. Then I know it's a lot of work, but then pop all those seeds.
Yeah,
see which ones you actually is going down in the direction that you want, and that's the main thing. Is most people don't have a goal.
Did we finish
when they're
talking
making
about
those
that
strains.
line?
Yeah, that's
before
true.
you went to
Oh,
it?
yeah.
And they usually don't have a choice of males
No,
either.
That's what we were talking about. So wait, hold on. I want to bring it back. So you had
Bring it
BX
back.
BX1
Alright,
day.
so-
Bring
I
it
took
back.
the BX1
Alright,
out to
BX1
F4.
got to the F4.
Then realized you had to backtrack.
It just wasn't. I didn't know what was going on. It just was not anything of what I was hoping for. I was wanting to give up. I was like, no way. Blah blah blah. Went back to the F3s. I popped the seeds. It was still unstable, but I still had a few phenos of what I was wanting.
And what was it that you were wanting? Is that
Just it's like a blueberry funk. It's a big producer, and not big, but it's larger producer Kush stature, low leaf ratio, but the blueberry cushy funk to the max, in every way and form, kind of coated in powdered sugar. I got a couple strains that are, I don't know, it's kind of got a sugary overtone to it too.
Okay.
It's really weird. The Alien Bubba that we have kind of adds that maple syrupy kind of
just sweetness?
Yeah, it's weird. So yeah, I went back to the F3s, redid the F3s again, made F4s again. Same thing. I was like, man, what the fuck? It's fucking me up. But I did use the same male that time.
Okay.
The same male. So I thought it was probably the female.
Right.
Redid it, used the same male. Back to the F3s, repopped them, got a good female from the F3s. Used the same original male. I didn't want to change up the males just because I wanted to be, I wanted a controlled experiment, so I wanted to make sure. Boom. Went to the next thing. The F4s of those. Boom. Wasn't stable. I was like, God dang. All right, fuck. I got to go back again.
So that's how you realized you had to go back that
Yep.
far.
Yep. And then one last time I did it where I didn't use the same male, same female. Just went and found new male, new female, hit it up. Completely different, same thing. I was like, all right, cool. So it must have been, that original stock.
Right.
Went back to the F2s, redid the entire, redid it again.
Went back out to F4 from there.
Yep, exactly. Went back to all the way to F5. So,
F5, okay.
Yep, so all the way went to F5 again. And, after that, it was just totally fine, totally perfect, and fucking rocking. I love it.
It's crazy. It's like there was something back
But,
all
well,
those generations
well,
that
and also
doomed
too,
that line.
I've been going all over the place too. So the reason it also took me a while is I was traveling back and forth from Europe a bunch, pretty much every 3 months, and then I'd go there 3 months, come here 6 months, go there 3 months type of thing, and for years. So I couldn't really. There was a lull there for a couple of years where I couldn't work on it as much as I wanted to, and then I finally got to work on it hard for the past few years and lock it in, and so yeah, I'm stoked.
So that one's crossed off the list, accomplished, checked off, I'll say.
Yeah.
So what's the next one? Or what's the one you're on right now?
Well, I've got a couple of pretty good ones. Have you ever guys tried, I know everyone's tried cherry limes and stuff like that, or cherry lime or anything like that, but there's a specific Colorado cut cherry limes that's been around.
Cherry.
Like again, since I was 15, I've been smoking it. It is an AK, an
the
old
cherry
AK.
lime AK. Yeah, you know that
Cherry
one, yeah.
lime, yeah.
Huge producer,
Yes.
pure sativa.
And very cherry, very like cherry limeade. It
Precisely.
tastes like,
Yeah,
it tastes like
your
cherry
nose,
limeade.
your nose fucking tickles,
Yeah.
when you smell it. Like you just cracked open a cherry lemon lime.
So you're working those?
Well, yeah. So I hit it up with a very like not fully sativa lemon alien male,
Okay.
and hit it up, and she is beautiful. She is absolutely beautiful. It's shortened the time because I like to push the cherry limes to 11, 12, even 13 weeks, depending on the environment, if it's
Holy
warmer
moly.
or colder.
Wow.
Yeah, no, in But at 7 weeks, she can still produce a gram a watt on just normal HIDs, not even dual-ended. So, but anyways, densed her up, shortened her up. 9 weeks, you get absolutely dense rock. Arm long nugs and super forgiving, like absolutely super forgiving. You don't even have to like do anything to make her grow. You can have the most basic feeding regimen and she will thrive. And I love it. It's like my new thing because I haven't really been into sativas, breeding lately, and so now I'm dipping into that realm and I'm liking it. I'm loving it. So
well, also too because now people aren't so like fixated on time. It's not like it's got to be 8 weeks because it's bam, 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 bam. It's kind of like if people actually start to let it go 10, 12, 11 weeks, they're like, whoa, shit. All of a sudden, this is like some real
totally different,
interesting flavors that never come out that early.
Yeah, and I love it. It's very earthy, kind of just like the cherry lime aroma, but it has definitely a lemon aroma as well now, and very musky, like super musky. Pure calyx, low leaf ratio.
So where are you going? You're done with that one, or by
no, not at all. This is one of my new that I'm working on.
So where are you going with that?
This is just F1. I'm finally done with the tester phase of it, and I'm gonna start working it hard.
Deal. Minimum packaging tomorrow.
No. I mean, I've given testers out for probably like 8 months, 9 months, and people have been crushing it and been like, "Dude, you have to do this one." And I'm like, in all the photos and everything, I'm like, "Damn!" Like I've only run it one fucking time. Like I need to find some more phenos like these people. And then I just did a run. Like I'll bring some of this up. I just did a run with probably like 300 or 400 different phenos just so I could finally be like make a decision if I want to run it. And now I'm like, I'm for sure gonna run it. It's the most resiny sativa I've ever seen ever. And like I was saying, I'll bring some up.
Bodie will love those.
Yeah, Bodie would approve. How long did you say you shortened it down to?
I can like there's a couple phenos because it's just an F1 right now. There's a couple phenos that are 9 week and 10 week.
So are you going to try to finish it at 9? I guess I'm trying to figure out where you're trying to go.
Yeah. So honestly, I
want to get into the sour D range somewhere.
I would love to get it to the 10 week. I would love to be able to tune in to shorten up the sativa one just a little bit because I mean there are a couple longer ones that are like probably going to be like 12 week. But the ones that I'm kind of leaning towards are the 10 week one. So. I mean, and they're fucking arms. I love it.
And then, is that all you're trying to nail down on this strain? It's just
well, no, not the size. No. It was the potency of the cherry limes. It's really fucking crazy. It's you get a weed hangover from the flower, and you're only smoking bowls. So there's
interesting.
Yeah, there's a bunch of potential in it, and I, ever since I was a little kid. I mean, I've been smoking it since I was young, and. Every time I still smoke it till today, I'm just like, holy crap, I have a weed hangover the next fucking day. And I just had to hit it with something, to bring it. I mean, it's already pretty resiny, but I wanted some rails on it. I wanted to make it
a little more Instagram friendly.
Yeah, it sucks, but people are picky about that shit. Bag appeal.
No, it's important. It's not screen appeal now. That's the new thing. Fuck bag appeal, dude. That's the real, right?
The IG screen appeal?
Yeah.
Yes, you need to have screen appeal.
It's not real connoisseurs anymore, but...
it's the next generation, bud. Embrace it.
Oh, I'm trying.
You are, obviously. You're breeding it into
Come on,
shit.
Instagram. Everybody's a critic now.
Yeah. Everyone thinks they are.
Yes, right?
Of course Adam, you're so quiet.
No, I'm not a big Instagrammer guy. You know that.
Yeah. You love Instagram.
I don't.
Speaking of which,
I'm anti as well.
Let me check the old
Instagram.
Check the old ADS Instagram. Chat room wants me to offer free seeds and say the phone will ring immediately if I offer free seeds, but I'm not just going to make an offer.
I got beans.
Oh. What do you got? Put them on the table. Or do you not have them with you?
No, I do. They're in my car. I just got to go run out to my car.
That's not even that important because you're going to have to ship them anyway.
That's fine. I don't give a fuck.
There you go. That's what I like to hear, gangsta. All right, what are you giving away? And how do they win them?
Fuck.
Where's my phone?
Just do a randomizer.
Random? We don't do random.
Oh.
We don't do random.
Yeah, no, you got to do a randomizer.
You got to make them call in and make different animal noises or something. It's got to be entertaining. It's a radio show. It's not a Facebook.
As long as they're doing something entertaining, that's
I dig
fine.
that. Yeah, no, let's do something fucking like that.
Get a little silly because they're getting
Whoever makes the funniest fucking call in the first.
No, we've tried that one. That's not. I don't recommend
Can't be
that.
too vague. Can't be too vague.
If you ask them to
Alright,
be
good call.
funny or make you laugh, it's going to just be embarrassing.
They'll never make you laugh. You're like,
Don't do that one. We've asked people to prank call other people with us on three-way. That one's promising. You just got to come up with a good target. That actually is some of my favorite, especially at 5 o'clock on a Friday. Great time for a prank call. Great time for a prank call. Who should we prank call? Who should we prank call?
Oh, that's good. I'm down for 3 packs. I'll throw out 3.
Three packs to one person who makes an awesome prank call.
Or 3 different,
Or
Three
one
different
each.
individuals.
3 different people. Oh, sorry, I knocked the table there, boys.
That's much better.
Damn, bro.
3 different people.
3 different people are going to earn packs for making prank calls. Chat room, how's that sound to you? Okay, who should we call? Who should we call?
It usually takes a time from the delay, too.
Yeah, well, no, who's funny? I'm asking you guys who we should call. Like, let's call someone relevant. No?
I can't think of anybody else. Can you?
Someone who's someone who did something
Someone's
not
lame?
cool. Yeah, someone lame.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Recently on lame.
Donald Trump.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing.
Donald Trump.
So
That's
whoever
a good
gets to
one.
Donald Trump right now and tells him he's an asshole. gets
No,
free
not
pack.
Donald Trump,
I
but
know, that'd
like
be too
Donald Trump campaign
No.
hotline. Wait.
Yeah?
Contact
No
Donald
way.
J. Trump for president.
That might be funny. The hotline.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna check this out.
MPP.
Now they did, I believe,
Prank
Anonymous
MPP.
put out his phone number, his personal cell phone, but I'm sure he changed it by now. I did, yeah. I don't think it's going to be the same.
Somebody needs to prank
Oh,
MPP.
Donald Trump launches hotline for veterans.
There we go. Oh, what's going on over here?
Is that my? No, that's you. That's not me. That's you. Good.
Yeah.
Let's see. Contact. We got a phone number here. Make America Great Again, boys.
If you could do, yeah.
What is this number? Contact the campaign. Okay, that's one good one. Let me just make sure. These are the same website. This is a ridiculous website.
All right. So,
Oh my God.
so we're
A
gonna say-
hotline for the veterans, calls for American flag. That's out. Let's see what we got here. 855 vets 352, or we can just call his campaign directly. That'll probably be more effective.
more effective.
So
more
that's going to
effective.
be 646-736-1779. Don't worry. You're going to hear this again. Okay, here's what you got to do. I'm going to paste it in the chat room, too. Here's what you got to do. You got to call us, 720-310-8237. Put us, you can't put us on mute. We'll just be quiet. We'll just listen quietly. We'll behave. And
Promise.
then you call them on three-way. And then you will get a pack of LaPlata beans. I don't even care how bad or good it is. You got to take it far. You can't just laugh and hang up. You got to take it as far as you can take it.
Yeah, and we gotta listen.
Well, yes, on
Yes.
three-way. Yes,
Yes.
on three-way, yes. So you call us first, and then we'll walk you through it from there. So if you want to step right up and win a pack of LaPlata beans,
Thanks, man.
call us at 720-310-8237.
And then we'll do 3 in a row like that.
Yes.
Yes, that sounds good. I like that.
That's good.
Watch
And
me
then
get the same.
That's how we'll wrap up
teller
the show.
the entire time.
Oh, if it's the same person answering, that would be fucking. That's exactly what I'm shooting for.
Oh my god.
Because 3 is enough people where they're like, even if it's just like 4 old ladies sitting next to each other, being like, that was the weirdest call, and then the next one's like, what the, and
So obviously, Adam Dunn show has to be like mentioned.
yes, you have to mention the dungeon. No one's stepping up. You guys specifically asked for a giveaway. Oh, Thurgood J is going to step up. All right, here's the deal, brother. Call right in to 720-310-8237. And I'll pick you up over here. No, see, we don't even need Hillary anything. This is just for the pure goodness of the world.
Hillary's
720.
She's not gonna make it anyway. Don't
No
worry.
one is.
Don't worry about her.
No, Spring Heel, you're in on this, buddy. We'll ship internationally. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I'll ship anywhere.
Welcome to the. Oh, did you hang up? Oh, come on, dude, you can't do that. Yeah, Spring Hill, we'll ship anywhere, dude. We'll ship international. You can call Donald Trump. It would be even funnier because you have an accent. I'm just saying.
Is he personally gonna answer? Hello.
Yes. Can you do a Donald Trump impression?
Yeah.
Mitch.
Yeah. Hello.
Oh,
No, I
nice
can't.
touch.
I can think about it. Let me think.
You can try? Okay. What happened, though? We just had a
best.
caller. He
I can do the
lost
best.
the nerve.
I can do the best in image. No, I
That's
can't do it.
terrible Donald Trump. That's nothing like Donald Trump.
I can't do it. What?
Nobody wants these.
Yeah,
We're
of course.
Thurgood Jenkins. Who we calling? We're calling the Donald Trump hotline, homie. Call in. Call us first. We'll tell you. Just call
We'll
us.
tell you who to call.
720-310-8237. We'll walk you through it. Don't worry. 720-310-8237. Call us. Call us right now.
Wow, no one with any cojones.
Right?
Cojones.
Can you imagine this? In Jersey, the phone will be ringing off the hook.
Oh my
Cojones,
God, we
indeed.
would be able to. We'd be like,
Well, we are in Jersey. Though. We're everywhere.
You're shorting out our phone here, please.
You
stop.
are in Jersey, though. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
it's going to catch fire.
You're in Jersey and no one in Jersey.
Here we go. Here we go.
Jersey.
Welcome to the Adam Dunn Show. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what up? What up? Thurgood.
Thurgood. All right, buddy.
Thurgood.
So here's what we're going to ask
What
you
up,
to do.
Thurgood?
You got three-way calling on your phone?
I believe so. It's an iPhone. Well, it's supposed to be a
Yeah,
smartphone.
you got that shit. You got it on the iPhone. You can do it. Okay, so
You
here's
can
the
do
deal.
it.
Here's the deal, buddy. You got to
Add
figure.
a call.
There you go. So you got to add call, and you got to merge us back together. You're going to add call. It's going to let you dial this number, and then you're going to have to merge it back together. And we're going to be quiet, and then you're
All
going to
right.
have to go. All right, you're going to call 646
646.
736
Uh-huh.
1779.
All right.
And then I want you to tell them that you are seriously considering supporting Mr. Trump and that you would like to know his opinion on something specific. And then when they ask what, you ask that you say the Adam Dunn Show.
All right. That sounds easy enough.
It's easy. Yeah.
I'm a-
You got the number?
Yeah,
and
I'm gonna do a
everything?
little. Yeah, I'm gonna do a little redneck voice and everything.
Yeah, take your time.
Yeah.
Exactly. Enjoy it. Stretch out into the role. You know, we'll stay off the mic so you don't blow your cover.
Can we record this?
All right, I'm
Record it.
gonna call him now.
Oh, yeah.
We'll record our show.
All right,
So
go
what?
for it.
Do it. All right, and then merge us back together. You're going to have to dial them, and then you're going to have to merge the two calls.
All right. All right.
All right,
Give me a
perfect.
sec.
This is really good. This
This
is
is
good
really
radio. This is good radio.
Hey, yo.
Orders. Our goal is to make America great again.
I know it is.
For all information relating to Mr. Trump's campaign, press releases, or our events schedule, please visit our website at www.donaldjtrump.com.
Sounds like he's having a hard time breathing.
For all other
They're not gonna let us
inquiries,
talk to his
please
email right
listen
there.
to the following
Oh,
options.
here's the options. We got to pick
If
up.
you would like to volunteer, please email volunteers
No.
at
No
donaldtrump.com
Don't do it, though.
or press 1 and leave us a message.
Don't do it.
If you would like to offer advice or insight to the
I
campaign,
believe
Yes.
this is where
please
we're
email info
Oh.
at donaldtrump.com
Don't go there.
or
No
press
advice.
2 and leave us a message.
going. No.
No.
If you are calling with a press inquiry, please press
Maybe.
3.
Yeah.
3.
Yes.
Yup.
For all
You're
other
calling
questions
you're calling from
or
the
to
Adam Dunn
speak with
Show.
a member
Press
of
3.
our team,
Oh, wait.
please press 4
4.
and we will connect you.
That was 4.
Four. All other questions, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, 4. We're going to be connected.
We could probably get him on the show if we call.
All right.
Thank you for calling Trump Campaign Headquarters.
This is
Our goal is to make America great again.
This is
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
For all information relating to Mr. Trump's campaign,
Even the way she
press
says it.
releases, or our
Our
event
goal is
schedule,
to
like this?
make
please
America
visit our
great
website
Okay.
at
again.
So, all right, change the plan.
www.donaldjtrump.com.
Thurgood, hit 3.
For all other inquiries,
What should I
please
do?
listen to the following options.
three.
Now hit
I'm
3.
confused.
If
Hit
you would
3.
like to volunteer, please
Three.
email volunteers at
Oh my
donaldtrump.com
God, bitch.
or press 1 and leave us a message. If you would like to offer advice
Hit
or
3.
insight to the campaign, please email info at donaldtrump.com
Somebody hit 3.
Option
or
3.
press 2 and leave us a message.
I can't even do it. Press 3.
If you
Press
are
3.
calling with a press inquiry,
Do
please
this one.
press 3.
3. Do that one.
For all other questions
pressing it.
or to
Won't
speak
let
with a
me.
member
Oh,
of our
let
team,
you.
Letting him.
please press 4 and we will connect you.
Now he's caught in a
Okay, I'm
loop.
pressing it. I'm just spamming the 3.
That's not going to do it.
Slam it.
No.
No.
Just like the Trump campaign, bunch
Well,
of pussies.
yeah, I was about to say that shit reflects their fucking campaign. Those fucking assholes.
Thank
like
you for calling
Unscripted.
Trump campaign headquarters.
Hold on.
Our
I'm
goal
going to
is
see
to-
if I can get a 3. Wait, did it work?
All right, I hung up on that.
You
whole
hung up. Okay.
Starting to remind me of
All
a
right.
Tool song.
So why don't you call them, hit 3, and then 3-way us in? You know what I mean? Maybe
Okay.
that's what. So do that. Call us right back. We'll accept
I'll
you.
try that.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Awesome. This is great.
This is great.
I'm having a
You're
lot of
making
fun.
America great again.
I'm making America great again. Illegally doing a small
quality-
business
quality
in an
showtime.
under construction place, prank calling people on a Friday while we're drinking
Whoa.
beer, breaking
Whoa,
things.
breaking
Damn,
shit.
yo.
That was
Hey,
$5 million.
hey, oh.
He just threw a table.
Whoa, $5 million.
The proverbial bull in the china shop. Jeez.
Yeah, literally.
Moose.
If you guys could see how little there was to actually knock over on the floors here right now, you'd realize how funny this is.
Yeah.
There's not much.
Come on.
We got it
Somebody's
over.
gonna.
We got it figured out over here.
He's
All
gonna
right,
call
so-
me back in. He's gonna
so
call me back in. He's gonna
He's
do
calling
it.
you back in. LaPlata's on.
We'll
F5.
call them as-
He's on F5 for everything right
Yeah.
now. So we're holding
No,
F5.
not everything.
We're holding F5 right now.
I need you to talk because I'm gonna pull up a DTMF. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're here.
Hello?
Yeah, we're here.
All right, it's ringing.
Okay, cool. We're listening.
They must be busy beating up protesters.
They're
Really
trying
don't
to
answer.
make
It's the media.
America great again. Did you hear her?
They couldn't find anything else to say.
It's just such the conviction in her voice. It's like it's almost angry.
They don't even. What?
God damn this shit. Fucking bastard. Alright, they can kiss my ass. Alright, new victim. We need a new victim.
New victim, he says. All right. Who we got to point him at? KTI, you're a man of the news. Who's a scoundrel in the news recently that we need to bother on the phone? Oh, come on. It's just a
About-
phone call.
Local.
Yeah, local is good. Local is good.
The mayor?
Who's
The mayor?
who's
The
the enemy?
mayor?
Who's the MPP?
Well, the
type
anonymous-
enemy
anonymous
around
mayor,
here?
Mayor, yeah, the anonymous is
Anonymous is-
harassing the mayor. I don't want our name thrown around locally. No.
bad
no.
Good
idea.
call. Good call.
Yeah, we're not going
Any
to
of
go
the
local.
Philippines
We're
or
going to go.
something?
Yeah, exactly. Can we go?
What about that other radio show, the shitty one?
They're over.
Oh, they're done.
already
Their
done.
network's done.
They're done. We killed them.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
good. Good.
That's
You
not
ended
what we
their
did.
career.
Their
You
career,
breaks them.
their
We just
studio's
made-
over.
We destroyed
You-
them.
They're gone.
Unique milled them.
Yeah, their hard drive got destroyed or some magic.
Yeah, their hard
Magic.
drive did get destroyed. Thanks, Chris. We love you, buddy.
Nice.
Is there a dispensary that's on the shame list around here?
Oh.
Okay. Okay, there's some promise there.
We had before. There was always the River Rock crew, but they're
Okay,
over.
what's the hey gang? Hey
All
gang.
the bad ones are bad.
You know, when you
Well,
know
that's
what?
good to hear, at least.
Literally no dispensary in Denver is going to answer the phone at 5 p.m. on a Friday. I can pretty much guarantee you that. So it's a
Yeah,
hard time
yeah,
to get
that's
anyone
true.
on the phone.
It's not 5 p.m. in Cali.
Ooh,
It's 4 p.m., which is California 5.
420. 420 coming
So
up.
who's in California? I don't know. I don't really have anything left. Donald Trump was pretty much where me and Adam. We're like, man, that would be really funny.
God damn.
I keep going to MPP like
how about
JP
this?
Holyoke
How about
or
this?
someone like
How about
that.
this? How about this? I'll let you. I'll get you the Hillary Clinton campaign hotline. What the fuck?
Yeah.
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 Fuck that bitch.
That
Hillary.
tickles my fancy a little more.
This is what we got. This is what we got. Hold on. And honestly, if she doesn't answer, all I need you to do is call the Bernie campaign and donate them $5, and I'll get you a pack of seeds
Clinton campaign
on the phone.
Oh man, I've donated, but I keep donating. You
Yeah,
know,
$5. So
Bernie,
come on,
you know.
pack of seeds. That's totally worth it. Beans for Bernie. You know what's up.
For Bernie.
For Bernie.
Beans
Feel
for
the
Bernie.
burn.
And you say, yep, did this all for the beans. And
Campaign
Bernie.
hotline. Hold on. Hillary Clinton, contact us. The Clinton Foundation. Maybe we'll call them. Or what else do we got here?
Tell her you represent a footwear company and you want to put her picture on a pair of flip-flops.
Yeah.
She's a total flip-flopper.
So what we got here? Well, the Clinton Foundation. Everyone deserves a chance to succeed, says the Clinton Foundation.
You need vector files, is what you tell them. I need vector files.
Oh, okay. Clinton Foundation.
For my flip-flops.
I got their number. HillaryClinton.com. Is HillaryClinton.com her campaign? This looks like the right one. All, of course, based in America. What if we want to, say you want to donate? How do you get in touch with them? Let's see. Oh, you use this web form. There's no.
Go to the questions section. See how secure their email system is.
So it's only based around money.
Yeah. What if you want to volunteer? Let's see if we can get you in touch with someone to volunteer. No.
All right.
Okay. No. We're gonna try calling the Clinton Foundation. This is gonna be. You ready to
That's
take
the
a
big
number?
money people.
Yeah. Tell them you're interested in contributing, and then when you get to far enough in, just drop the show name and hang
A
up.
couple crates of flip-flops.
Okay.
All right. So it's gonna be.
I'll
create
put
'em
some
now.
subliminals in there. I'll slide them in there.
Yeah. You do what you got to do.
A lot of flip-flopping.
212.
Oh. All right, hold on. Let me,
Mitch.
Giant here.
so 212, you said?
Yep. 348
Mm-hmm.
882. Oh, sorry. 8882.
That's the biggest joke in it all to me. She claims to be from New York.
212-348-8882.
That's correct, sir.
All right. I'll
Go win some seeds.
I'll
Do
I'll merge y'all.
it. Do it. I hope they answer. It's 5 p.m. on a Friday.
No one's answering. We'll try. You can always try.
I bet you Bernie will answer.
Bernie, he'll answer personally. Be like, "What up?
What up? You guys got money?
I'm eating
Cool.
some money.
Adam's on line 3. I got to go.
I got Ben and Jerry's. He'll be chowing down.
Rodcraft says call the local GOP office and speak to anyone. That's not bad.
There's no such thing.
There are those things. That is a real thing, Adam.
No.
But the local GOP office is a real thing. Yes. it is.
Closed at 5 o'clock on Friday. For
No.
Oh, yeah. There's going to be a couple in there.
No.
Be aware.
Oh, Chris
Do you want those?
Nope.
It's going to be
Chris.
7 on a Friday in New Jersey. They're drunk. That's a guarantee.
I might want them. You should tell me what these are.
What else? Who else?
Afterwards.
Okay. That's a top secret. Cool.
I want to know what I like secrets. That's why I have a radio show.
Well, we're talking about secrets on the radio show.
On the air.
After hours.
Dude, it sounds like the FBI just snatched him up for prank calling Hillary.
Uh-oh.
Yes, he's not making it back. Look how fast he was with Trump. He's gone.
Oh, no way.
They're probably tracing the call.
I transfer your call.
Secret Service just
Are you kidding? Oh, here we go.
Front desk.
Gotcha.
Front desk.
Oh, we're on New York time there, aren't we?
Just leave a message. It's fine.
Thank you for calling President Clinton's office
Marble.
and the located at
This is the same menu I was just at.
Really, they all do this.
5th Street, Fort New
They all
York.
live you.
Zip code 10027. Office hours 9
Oh
a.m.
my God.
to 6 p.m.
He said
Monday
97.
through
So.
Friday.
All right, so here's
You can
what we're
visit
gonna do. Here's what we're
us
gonna do.
at
This is the point. Contact Bernie Sanders campaign hotline. Check this out.
Okay.
Contact
A
us.
human's going to answer the phone?
A human's gonna answer the phone. I
Like,
bet
hey,
you.
what's
Someone
going
who's
on?
getting paid.
And you get all 3 packs.
You get all 3 packs. Okay. Because he did 3
shit.
calls. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's good. Whoa.
So I gotta.
Contribute $5.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, no, that was Adam reading the webpage.
We're going. We're finding it.
We're still calling Bernie though, right?
Yeah. No, we're calling Bernie. I'm just getting the phone number.
All
Can you not donate to Bernie over the phone? It has to be over the internet? That can't be.
No, they definitely do phone canvas.
Donate Bernie Sanders phone. These people need to work on their social media skills.
It's a little wet.
Ain't no phone number in here. I don't know. Bernie Sanders,
These motherfuckers is slacking.
You can't get a hold of Bernie Sanders via the telephone. Oh, wait. No. Oh, this is unfortunate. Wait. Wow. There's crazy things going on there. I can't believe people are still listening to our show.
I was going to say, this was a fun skit there.
We're still going to, you know he's going to do it.
Yeah, no, I know he is. We'll make sure he win, but it'll be more satisfying to hear it on the show, that's for sure.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing?
Nothing yet. Oh, wait. Job, store, contribute, maybe that. Yeah, I don't see a phone number. There's no phone number. It's clearly available. No, there's a mailing address. All right, how about this? How about a pack of seats to anyone who gets us the Bernie Sanders campaign phone number and 2 packs to the guy who makes the call? Does that sound good?
Ooh, I like that. Because, this is getting kind of weird that we can't find numbers.
Yeah. That's strange to me. Oh, wait. Bernie Sanders East Denver campaign office. Call these guys.
Okay.
They might still be there. 303
Okay.
321 0089. Just see how it goes. I wonder how many viewers we lost during this skit.
Oh, we lost so many.
2.
We lost only 2?
2.
Gained how many?
Oh, boy.
We gained 1 at one point.
Nice. And now, after the Bernie skit, we should gain thousands.
That's how it works. We're with the people. I hope someone answers, otherwise I'm going to feel like a complete ass. Because that was the whole point of this, was to show that, like, oh, people answer at Bernie's office.
Triple fail.
Quadruple fail.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, they don't. At least he doesn't send you on a loop-de-loo.
Yeah, I don't think he'll say. I think he just sends you to like a voicemail. I don't think it will be a loop-de-loo.
Nah, they didn't answer.
But he didn't send you on a loop-de-loo, right?
No
He's straight
loop-de-loo,
up
though.
with you at least.
Said, hey, we're not open.
No, they just straight up, no voicemail or anything. Like,
Whoa.
Damn.
Bernie cutting the budget.
Needs some money. He needs money.
So what do we want to do? We want to just give this guy the beans?
Yeah, absolutely.
You tried hard, right?
Yeah.
So how can he contact
A
you?
for effort.
Way to try.
A for effort.
Just email info@LaPlataLabs.com.
And we
cool.
know who you are.
Well, I'll do that.
Yeah.
I shall.
Wait, I'm going to get you another phone number to call here. Just for fun.
Okay.
We're going to call...
Prank call Matt.
Matt Riot?
That would be fucking awesome.
You want to prank call Matt Riot?
Yeah.
He's listening right now, probably. That's the
Yeah, he's probably listening. That's not going to work.
Ah, shit. Yeah, probably not. He is a devoted listener.
Who do we want to call? Adam, you got anyone funny? No.
Not feeling the...
You know, I got a bunch of old phone numbers here now, so let's see what we got. We got...
Bighorn, fuck it.
How's about... Brad is Brad? No, he doesn't know Brad is Brad. All right. That's cool. Just email info@LaPlata Labs, and we'll make sure that you get those, brother.
All right, cool. Sounds good.
Congratulations.
Right on. Yeah, thanks for grinding for us.
All right. Y'all take it easy.
Later, man.
Take care. Peace. Oh, we should have prank called D-Money. It would be funny.
Yeah?
You don't think so?
I don't know.
You don't think he would have a funny reaction to that?
So what would be the call?
I don't know. Something about
See.
an extractor.
Yeah,
Call
no.
Max and have it. No.
Well, it would prove they don't listen to the show. Oh, you know what? You totally missed there.
Second shout-outs? Let's do it.
Yes. I remember last time.
Do it. We got
First
10
shot.
minutes left.
Incredible edibles right out of the gate. We're going to mix it all up.
Do it. Go.
Just like they
Run
do with
with
their
it.
flavors.
Run with it. Go.
Damn, I'm running.
Go.
I'm
No,
running.
I'm doing like jazz where I'm like cheering you on.
Yeah,
while you
right.
do it.
Yeah, okay, thanks, bro. Crazy fucking flavors coming out of the gate lately. Pistachio mint.
Go Adam.
Awesome. Fucking even Mr. Ham was fucking blown
Gone to
away.
John Ham?
Yes, he was blown away by all the different flavors that they were thrown at him. They were like, that new cherry dark chocolate mix.
I haven't had that yet.
I haven't
CBD?
either. Can't wait.
I can't either.
We should talk to them about a big taste test with all these new flavors. And the kid.
That's you? That's your contact? I believe
The-
that's
The kid claims he can eat
all the edibles.
everything. All of it. So I was like, all right.
He should just eat one of every flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of every flavor.
The whole bar, you mean?
Yes.
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 Yeah.
I would
and
hope that would put me to sleep, but
He has to stay awake, otherwise
I think
he
we
won't be able to
we-
dodge the cattle prod.
We calculated it would be over 4, right? Wasn't it like 4,000?
Oh, milligrams if he
Yeah.
had one of every flavor.
I think it'd
Oh
be close. It'd
my.
be- if he joins the 5280 club or whatever it is there.
Is that a thing people are doing?
Yeah.
That will be perfect if that's what it equaled. Oh my God, that would be
Yikes.
genius. Is this going the right way?
Yeah. It is. No, it is. People are doing it.
Who? How many people?
Not many.
I can't even. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That would be good, though, right? He'd do it.
That would be great. Love to hear it.
I think we should do that as a show. So, sponsored by Incredibles.
Yes.
The best
And of course,
edibles.
Incredibles extracts.
Of course. Crushing the game. And with their pens, keep an eye on if you get
Dude, the
if you get your hand
Incredipen.
on
Are they
those-
calling it the Incredipen?
Of course they are.
Yeah, it's
If
fucking
you can get
awesome.
your hand on one of those, do it.
Yes. The only part about them is that they're not refillable, so then you got to get your hand on another and another and another because they're really. I don't like pens. You guys know this, but I love it.
Complete mouth saturation.
Doesn't make
Mouth.
sense.
What doesn't make sense to you, sir?
I think you guys
I
need to
don't
get
love
samples.
pens, but I love it.
I don't love any other pens, but this thing's really good.
It's too much for you.
I think I need a sample.
Talk to
and
D-Money.
big shout out to
Way to grow.
Yes. I'm
Yeah.
you switched the order up.
No, you skipped Way to grow.
I
so
know,
I'm
because
going
I went
back.
straight to Incredibles. They got
Yeah,
fucked over
yeah.
us. They got fucked.
They didn't get fucked. We
Yeah,
got
they
them.
did. They were like, "What, bro? We're pulling our sponsorship, bro."
Is there a specific order too, or what?
Yes, we have it in our heads. For
Yeah,
us.
in Adam's head, it's the order that they joined us.
Oh, all right.
Kinda. Is that the way it is?
That's the order they're on the website in, which is the order you always go in.
I like that.
Oh no, it's not.
Intentionally, I'm
Oh.
sorry.
Uh-oh.
Party foul.
Party foul. Okay.
Off the show.
Oh,
All
happens.
banned for a season.
That happens.
take care of that.
That happens a lot of times, though.
It does.
People don't pay attention.
Keeping weed in jars is dangerous. Or
Damn.
ashing
Well,
in jars is dangerous.
I was
depending
about to
on
say,
how
wait,
you
hold on, what?
Keeping jars. Which one's gonna?
Well, if it was a
stop?
closed jar, he wouldn't have opened it.
There's no
Finish your
ashtray.
shout out. Way to grow.
8 locations.
There you go.
This is huge.
Huge.
Huge. No, huge. Huge.
Huge.
This is huge.
Huge.
Wow, I
A
think
huge
It's hella huge.
announcement.
Hella huge. Hella huge.
I think I
He's in
avoided the bud.
California.
I got
He's
the
in
entire
California
ash
now.
out.
He's in California.
Who was?
Sanders, so it'd be hella
Burn-
huge.
Hella huge. Or would it be yellow huge?
No, it'd be hella huge.
Hella huge.
Hella huge.
It's a hell huge. Just the dirt cheap sale. Bernie seems
Tragedy
like,
avoided.
I feel like Bernie would avoid. No, Bernie would love a dirt cheap sale.
He'd be dirting around.
Vermifier for $12.99. Roots Perlite for $13.99.
That's good shit.
$21.99 for the Roots 707, the big bag you can grow in outside.
Just fucking lazy ass.
Yep, the
grower.
lazy
bag.
baby.
Lazy bag.
ass grower.
The $34.99 for your Pro Mix Myco Plus Bio. That ain't bad.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
See, I don't go for that personally because I'm not a cocoa fan mixed.
But
with
you
I
can.
just started with their cocoa, actually.
well, that's
The HP cocoa.
Why not?
Wait, hold on. The Pueblo store. The Pueblo store.
Flavor?
Pueblo store
Just
is
as-
not
too
listed
much
on the
drainage.
website.
Too much
yet.
drainage.
On the Way to Grow website?
Yep.
I know they're affiliated because when I asked for a certain product, they said we can get it from the Denver store. So I know they're
Or
associated.
maybe
Well, maybe the website's behind
Pueblo,
the curve. That's
Colorado,
happened
Way to
before.
Grow.
we'll check it out.
Shouting you
Find out where
guys
that
out.
damn
Either
locations.
way,
To be like,
you can go to any of the 7 locations and possibly get a location
Wow.
if it exists.
Now it's like the Black Planet. It's like the Planet X.
Planet X.
I'm going to go report to those guys.
Grow
tell 'em
Shop X.
We were shouting you out, and you're not even on your own website. What the hell?
Exactly. You're going to do the investigative reporting for us.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
But if you go to the 1051 Platte River,
go to any of them and say ADS Blue and get the Hortilux Blue.
That's true.
It's true. It's still true. They'll tell me. I think they're going to tell me when it's not true anymore.
Yeah.
Blue is true.
Blue is true. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong inbox.
Oh my
goodness.
This could be all wrong.
It's a mess. It's Friday the 13th. We're good, pretty well considering.
It's
Friday the 13th and Mercury's in retrograde.
Oh, you didn't realize that, huh? Wow, we just blew Josh's mind.
I couldn't do it before. There's 5 minutes left in the show, so it'll be safe now. But the Hortilux Blue 1,000 watt, usually $240. It's $140. Save $100 if you say ADS Blue. That's 7 letters to save $100. You'll save somewhere in the neighborhood of like $13 a letter, if my math is right. That's crazy. That's crazy. $13 a letter is a huge amount of money to save. The Phantom ceramic metal halide kit, usually $456. It's $349. You're saving $157. ADS Phantom is the code. Phantom is 7 letters. Phantom. ADS is 3 letters. That's 10 letters total. $170. So you are saving $17 a letter on the ADS Phantom. That's pretty good, right? Someone check my math. I'm pretty sure that was all right.
I like that.
That's good.
It's all about the
you have to mention the promo code.
Per discount.
Yeah, discount per letter. Come on, $17 a fucking letter, guys.
DPLs. Your DPLs are good.
How long does it take you to write down a fucking letter? A second? $17 a second. Do you know how much that is an hour? I can't tell you.
A lot.
I can do it. Hold on. 60, 103, 10, $1,030 an hour. That's like we're paying you $1,030 an hour.
Just to say our name.
Just to say ADS Phantom. And that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. You get the Phantom CMH ballast, the reflector, and the bulb. Get paid like Disney. Say ADS Blue or ADS Phantom at Way to Grow.
And if you're really that high, the show is archived, and you can always come back to this.
Yeah, you could.
You can't get that discount.
No, it's only while supplies last. That's the whole point. If you go deep in the archives, you're not going to get it. That's the one thing So
I meant the archive of this show, just in case they're.
Oh boy,
I'm just too high right now.
Man,
oh boy! All right, 9 minutes left. We got to get through these awesome shout-outs.
Doing a short show today, huh?
No, 2 hours. 2 hours. Big shout-out to Build the Soil.
We went over last time because that's what we do.
When
I'm on it, there's no...
Adam doesn't do it.
Yeah, I think we did like 3 hours. Maybe
that's how we used
4.
to be.
Yeah.
Lighter?
We did 3 that Mitch has never seen. Go home, Mitch, and watch the
show.
Home,
Mitch, and watch the show. BuildTheSoil.com, our favorite place to get anything organic.
Especially the hard
you could eat a lot
amendments.
of stuff there. Yes. The obscure stuff. Here, I'm going to go there right now. See what they have.
Well, we didn't even get into the PJ Chronicles today.
Oh, I know. PJ
Too
got
short.
left out.
Too short a
Too
show.
short, PJ. You're the hype man over here.
Yeah.
Don't try.
You could co-hosted essentially.
It was really fun. Always is.
New on Build the Soil EM1, as cheap as $15. A lot of us have been making it for milk. That's a little gross. Just buy it from Jeremy. It's $15. Don't be cheap. They got the Malibu Biodynamic Compost now up there, $20 a bag. The Oli Mountain Fish Compost, Grokashi, of course, still in the store, and the classic Living Organic Soil with
Build the
some new
Soil.
formulas. BuildTheSoil.com.
Build the soil.
PJ has a really good radio voice, though.
Oh, thanks, man.
Way better than mine.
It's a Jersey
Considerably better than yours.
Hey, well, if you ever need somebody to fill in,
You're
just,
doing a great job.
just
You sit right there, man. Don't you go anywhere. You want to do it? Do you want to do a shout out?
Mine? Is that what you said?
Well, yeah, I got a couple shout outs.
Wait, no. Do you want to do one of our
considerably
official
better?
shout out?
Yeah, man.
Do you want, because you use all right, I'll do Dark Horse Genetics real quick because that's me, and then you use Growstone, so you do the Growstone show.
Sounds
good. Okay.
There you go.
All right, big shout out to Dark Horse Genetics. Like I said, a lot of cool things coming down. I'm just excited about what we're about to be pheno hunting through. We use this crazy. In the last round, some people got on some of the lemons we've been playing with, which was like the lemon meringue, and another Joe's Lemonade was our really special one, and we worked with some of those lemon males. We put each of them, a male of each of those, on our entire room of our flavors, and now we're playing with some lemony stuff.
Trying to make lemonade out of lemons.
Yeah, exactly. Trying to make lemonade out of lemons.
Sounds ludicrous.
So just a little bit. See some interesting lemon flippies. You know, a flippy is what I call a flavor that's a little weird. DarkhorseGenetics.com. Check it out. And soon we'll have another website coming for concentrates. Not built out yet,
Definitely
but next week I will
concentrates. Look for them at a dispensary near you.
Medical dispensaries. We just dropped in the Springs. Mr. Tim Martin. By a big hand round of applause.
Yay.
Big round of applause for Mr. Tim Martin.
Yay, not being
Golf
here.
clap.
Who is courageously cruising across the state of Colorado. He
Dun,
went all the way to
dun,
Durango
dun,
yesterday.
dun,
Oh, wow.
Durango and back. to
Where
pick
I
up
was
weed.
born.
7 hours.
Yeah, he stopped by where you were born. He was at one of those.
Yeah,
Kept driving.
continue.
Kept driving.
Continue.
Kept on driving after
No,
that.
but he went and he picked up a bunch of weed for us to process. So look for
Bunch of
some
weed.
AU
Drive
extracts.
across the state.
Do you guys know what facility or anything?
Yeah, there's.
No, we're not gonna do it.
It's called Hokey Dokey.
And I saw your stuff down in Pueblo. So
Pueblo,
Yeah.
Pueblo and
Pueblo.
Springs. We stay going. You know, where there's a drought of concentrates, you will find us flow like water. And on that note, speaking of flowing like water, Grow Stones. PJ, take it away.
oh man, grow stones. You know, good medium or a good substrate to replace your perlite. Add some porosity to your soil. Made of recycled glass, Adam's favorite product, as you can see. And yeah, I've been using this. I've been using Grow Stones for several years with some time off. But yeah, when it first came out, I gave it a shot and I took out my perlite from my mix. And
How long
replaced
ago
it
was
with
that you tried them?
Oh, I'm going to say probably 4 years ago.
That says it all to me. If you switched to something 4 years ago and you're still using it,
Yeah.
that's pretty solid.
Yeah, used it for 2 years, took a break, now got back going again, and went right back to it.
What's
Yeah,
the price difference?
It's about the same for a large bag of normal-sized perlite, I would say.
Not small bag?
No, I'd say for the large bag.
Now,
if
can
I
you
remember right.
reuse Grow Stones?
What was that?
Can you reuse Grow? I mean, they're glass.
Yes.
They're
Uh-huh.
reusable, right?
Yep.
Perlite you can't really reuse
No.
because it turns into shit.
No, you can totally reuse it if you want to reharvest it. But yeah, I really like Grow Stones. Give them a shot. They have a really good top dressing too, if I remember right. That helps with your white fly and fungus gnat problems.
Yeah, that's their gnat something mix.
Yeah. So look into that. Look into that one too.
Gnat something
So
mix.
yeah, check out Grow Stones.
With my terrible radio voice. Gnat
Yeah.
something mix.
Third at the table.
Adam, you get to do veg
It's
and
not so
bloom.
bad.
Veg and Bloom, super easy out of the fucking box. There's only 3 products to work with. Their push is also really nice too when their foliar spray. I'm a big foliar guy, so for me, it's part of the program. I'm happy if people acknowledge that because sometimes it's like, okay, you got everything except for that one missing element. And that push product that they have, you kind of use it all through veg, first 3 weeks of flower, very noticeably happy every time. So for me, like every 3 to 4 days, I go in foliar everything anyway, regardless of whatever product I'm using. But when I got to use theirs, I just concentrated on exactly what they were doing, and that was fucking fire stuff. 3-part, real simple, easy to use. Yeah, I saw some other crazy. I saw one other product from them, so I don't know. I have to take a look, see if they added.
What's that, the
4th.
Life?
No, they had something else. I saw
Push?
it. Nope. There was Push Life, but then there was something else. But it might be for a different style of growing because I told
Doity?
the Doity. I got the Doity, of course. Push. Shine.
Shine.
I didn't get that product.
That's new.
Exactly.
I've never seen it before.
That's what I'm talking about. See, there you go.
Shine is the ultimate flowering phase additive. That's what you were missing. This is what you needed.
There it is, the missing link.
Containing phosphorus compounds called phosphites. By stimulating reproductive growth, Shine causes your flowers to swell and sweat. Shine will push your plants to bloom as heavily as your environment will allow by
Sounds kind of like a
supplying
phosphoload.
it with an array of biostimulants.
See, I told you something was missing a little bit.
And there it is.
Needed a
You thought it, and here it is.
flower booster.
I think it. Yeah, I thought
1
it.
to 2 grams per gallon.
Oh, great. Wish I had it. Backwards in time. Can we fly back in time?
It will push your plants to bloom as heavily
Next time.
as your environment will allow. And that's the cool thing about them. Their hydroponic research, hydroponic-research.com is their site. They're always taking customer feedback and putting out better stuff, keeping it extremely cost effective. This is really smart. Check them out. You want to do the last shout out, Adam?
What's that one? Oh, wait. Let's see.
Well, you want to do it? We'll do Mr. LaPlata.
Mr. LaPlata.
Wait, what?
Huh?
Seeds here now.
Oh.
Seeds here now.
Here now.
Yeah, seeds here now.
Now.
Here.
That's the place to get
Seeds,
all your
seeds.
American genetics
Now.
discreetly
Seeds
to
here
your
now.
place within
Now.
2 days.
What? 2 days? Don't start guaranteeing shit.
No.
No, yeah?
Yeah, he says pretty quick.
Pretty quick.
No,
It's
he,
not
no,
too-
no, 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 no. He says 2 days,
Yeah.
which is pretty quick
Hey, that's
in
really
America.
Extremely
Shout out to James, by the
North
way.
America.
working hard or hardly working. I'm not for sure. No, he's always
Dude,
working.
he is hustling.
He's hard.
He's hustling.
Shout
Oh,
out to
I saw it.
Tyler. Shout out to James.
Adam, James, all those guys.
Yeah, his whole crew.
Yep, they're always pushing it for sure.
Yeah.
They got you on there for a long time.
Yeah.
They got me on there. They got Jason. They got
Oh, Adam, speaking
What's
of
that?
things you're on, look at this.
What's that?
You're on
Oh.
this T-shirt.
I'm on a T-shirt.
It's a list of OGs from Overgrow.
No way.
Yes?
I'm not even on Overgrow though.
I know, but here. I was like, oh, it's weird that all these people are on here, but you're not on here. But here you are, right under Peabody and next to DJ Short.
Really?
Which one is it?
Just some T-shirt. It's pretty cool. It's a cool shirt. It's like a word art thing of all these different people.
That looked really hot.
Hot hit.
It was a little hot.
Where am I?
Tasted a little hot, too. I was trying to get it in before they finished.
Oh, small letters.
You squeezed in there.
I got squeezed. in.
It says Chemdog, Ghost, Sonic, Hayes Brothers, Bubble Man, Old Ed, Reefer Man, Sam the Skunk Man, Bodie, Ja Hoover, Texas Kid, Gray Skull, Captain Crip, Big Buddha, High and Lonesome, Neville, Swerve. Swerve's way bigger than you, Adam. Way bigger.
Didn't you know that?
It just says Dronkers real big.
Yeah.
Didn't you know that?
It says Ace really big.
Ace.
I think it's
Didn't
Ace
you know that?
Seeds.
It's Ace.
Mr. Cheese, Bog, Oregon
Like my
Kid,
mom got
Alien.
bigger.
Res Dog is huge.
Oh,
Res
yeah,
Dog
he's
is
the
the
biggest.
same font as you, Adam, but
Yeah.
way bigger.
I know. Great.
Bubble Man is
King
kind
of
of
them all.
tiny. So you're small and Bubble Man's small, so that's cool. JLP's up here.
Bubble Man small. That's kind of weird.
Sam the Skunk Man's the biggest, I would say. Banana Man. It went out. Oh, JJ. That's who posted
Huge.
it. JJ, the doctor.
He got huge. I saw his.
Who else is
Huge.
on here?
Huge.
Ortega,
Huge.
Lone Star,
huge.
DNA. DNA is
huge.
so much bigger than you, Adam.
I know.
Did you see?
They're
No.
huge. They're
Yes.
huge. Didn't you know they're
Huge.
huge? They're huge.
Hey, at least I filled a gap.
You did fill a gap. You, Adam Dunn.
Adam Dunn
filling
fills
the
gaps.
gap between DJ Short and Bubble Man.
Thank you,
That's
guys.
officially your new.
I think that should be a
slogan.
T-shirt. Adam
Yes.
Dunn fills
Filling the
gaps.
gap
Filling
between
the
DJ
gap.
Short and
Filling
Bubble
the
Man.
gap. Hey,
But so many of those people are on seedsherenow.com.
I bet half those people are wearing hoodlum though too.
And most of them.
Booyah!
Oh, yeah,
keeping
that-
all them warm.
Speaking of which, that's some nice stuff, by the way. I meant to tell you.
Thank you.
I
Thank
really
you.
like it.
See,
I gotta get one.
We
as soon as it
try to
gets a
offer
little colder.
quality on every front, not just our.
Okay.
Well, we all know you've been in that game for a minute, so yeah, those
two
are some
minutes
nice.
actually. 2.5 minutes I've been in the game. A minute is like 10 years. But
Oh, don't
Yeah.
we wish?
2.5 minutes.
Don't we wish?
And
Because
then
then
you
we
get this
wouldn't. Then we
much of
wouldn't
the
be talking
t-shirt.
in our 40
Get this
somethings.
much of the t-shirt.
I get that 2.5 minutes gives me that. But wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. Mathematically, a total makes. Should we mathematically do the T-shirt? That would be cool.
Wow.
We put.
We have a mathematician
I could give it to
who
him.
will probably who probably would have texted you if my math was wrong before, right? He definitely would have texted you if I was wrong.
Impressed, obviously. Whenever
Yeah, he would have texted if it was.
And he's
wrong.
listening to the show, and he fell off for a minute. He got real kind of like, I don't know, mathematicified, and they got like they get too much math in their brain, and so he failed us for like a second. And I was getting these oh, he's done. He's never, it's over. And I was like, no. Exactly. And I was like, no. And then,
It's the only reason we're still doing the show now.
and now I got it back that he's actually back on track 100%. He's doing the DJ Short show right now.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
cool.
So will he check if my math was right just now?
I'm sure he will.
Okay.
And he'll explain it to you in finite detail. So we have a guy who's transcribing every single show.
He's a mathematician,
And he's
and he's
putting-
like doing
and-
statistical analysis of the shows.
So he can actually prove that you fill gaps. I got you.
Yeah, and his gap fillage fucking numbers should actually get me in there. I'll be like, dude, I should be like filling up way more gaps than this. My name should be like oozed between all these names.
Yes, you're the glue of the whole
My
shirt.
name should be the glue. of
You are
this-
the thread the shirt's made out of. Adam.
To be quite honest, it probably is.
Probably is.
I don't care. Whatever.
And on that
Personal
note,
shout
ladies
outs?
and gentlemen,
You ready? We're done.
Shout out to my beautiful wife, Cece.
Wait. Whoa.
What?
Guess first.
Oh,
You were raised in a fucking barn?
Wow.
Yeah, I was.
Well,
Were you literally?
Yeah.
You were raised in
No,
like kind of a barn.
I was raised in a
I always
top
pictured
drawer,
it being like a tent.
top drawer of a bureau. Actually, is where I was.
You were raised in the top drawer? What, were you fucking tiny?
No, the first couple, for a little while.
When you were a baby?
Yeah. That's
Really?
being
You were
raised.
reared in the top drawer of a bureau?
Yeah.
It's old school.
It's old school. My mom was like, "Yeah, it was easy," but there he is.
In
That's
capital
that's his
letters,
spot,
old
right?
Would you close it when you were like,
Yep.
all right, now he's
Yeah.
got his milk. All right, close it. Yeah.
If I was real loud,
Like a bird?
close it. Yeah, I just close it. Whatever. A coffin, like a little baby coffin.
Little
This will be your future, my son.
And then you wanted to smoke weed in a coffin so much.
I
It
did.
all
I
makes
did.
sense, right?
It's all kind of coming back.
We're
Full
solving the
circle.
puzzle of Adam.
full circle.
You have to watch all the episodes since season 1 to really get it. But yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we cut everybody off?
Oh, yeah, like twice now.
Who did we cut off?
Well, I
Our
guess
guy
I'll-
who
fucking
never
ga-
the guy who never got to talk?
PJ,
Yeah, you know.
let
PJ, our new
look,
announcer. New
young-
announcer.
yeah,
PJ.
I'll go small man at the table. So shout out to all my friends in Arizona. And if you didn't hear it when I was here last time, take a look at the recreational initiatives going on in Arizona and sign the AZFMR recreational initiative. They're probably a little short of the signatures they need right now, and hopefully they will make it up in the next month. Shout out to a couple of my friends that are facing, stuff going on there. Billy Hayes, who's going to be sentenced here in a couple of weeks. You should look him up on Facebook, Billy Hayes, and write the judge and, send in a little...
we could have had people call them.
Yeah.
Call the judge.
Yeah,
that probably wouldn't have helped.
Yeah, that wouldn't help.
help.
That definitely
Adam
wouldn't help.
Dunn Show.
Yeah.
Find these guys.
So, yeah, there's Billy Hayes. His sentencing is coming up on the 5/20, I believe. And Chris Martin, who you guys might know as Billy Zonka, who, is serving time right now for candy.
Yeah, Billy Zonka.
For
Willie
candy.
Zonka.
I mean, for God's sakes, he's serving time for candy. And his wife is unable to even visit him in jail right now. So you might want to look up Chris Martin on Facebook, too, and take a look at some of the prisoner artwork. And
That's crazy because his name is a combination of Chris Bliss and Mickey Martin, who had their own candy company.
True
And
fact.
did Wonka stuff and all that.
Yep.
And that's what they got in trouble for. Was
Yeah, I remember that.
the names more than the... Well, actually for everything, because a combination of the children...
Yeah, so he's currently serving, but yeah, he's got some. There's some cool prisoner artwork that his wife puts up on Facebook, and there's other ways to contact and help out in terms of making prisoners feel better about their time being served. And I think that's about it for shout outs. And yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah. Thanks for being the best voice on the show.
Thanks, man.
We gotcha.
Yeah, pretty much. Shout out to Royal Labs and the LaPlata Labs crew and family, pretty much. That's it. I don't want to get specific, so.
Short version. Mr. Dunn?
Shout out to my beautiful wife, Cece, who was supposed to show up with Nick. I think she's still at home, so I'll be home soon. And little Nick, of course, who did not go to school today.
Taking a day off yoga school.
He did the first, one of those, I don't feel... I was like, oh, my God. My jeans
Sound familiar?
My jeans are coming out strong. I was like, oh, no. The don't want to go to school gene is kicked in. No.
Way
He had
too
it
early.
Last week, yesterday, was the opposite. So hopefully he feels a little bit better. He said he felt sick, but he watched a lot of TV today. So
That helps. That really helps with most of the illnesses.
TV soothes the savage mind.
Yeah, I was like, well, it's not the best thing. Shout out to Ace down at the farm and the boys, keeping things real. Shout out to Joel, who we should be up here with our incredibly new complex servers, so that should be cool. And
Nice.
shout out to everybody here coming through for us. Shout out to Josh and PJ. We'll get you definitely back on the show because you didn't get
I'll be
children.
back up. Yeah, that story is definitely worth being told.
Yeah.
It will.
No, we don't.
At least at this day and age. I mean,
Yeah,
it was told back in the day, but we'll get on that.
We like stories.
And that's a good teaser. We like getting on teasers.
Ooh,
That's good.
teasers are
There
always
you
good.
go. And if you didn't hear 3 weeks ago, we're going to go into a little more depth next time.
Thanks you, and so shout out to all the fans and people out there listening to the show. Big fans, huge fans, mostly UK.
And small fans.
UK seems to
All sizes of
Why does
fans.
UK love us so much?
You have an international appeal, I think, with your Europe stories. We're substantive. We're like the BBC of weed.
There you go.
Ding dong dong. You did a little noise.
Yeah, we do. Bing bong bong.
Bing bong ding. Bong bong bong.
Good show, much better.
Adam Dunn.
We got good show, much better sound, solid guests, and information. Thanks, Brasky.
All right, there we go.
There we go. That's why we try. We try. See you guys next week.
Big shout out.
Oh, you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Big shout out to everybody over there at Dark Horse. Tanner, Fire Marshal's going to give us that permit, buddy.
He was so scared. He was so scared.
Buddy.
I would say if you're in the extractor business, that's good news.
Yes, we're going to get that, buddy.
He was
Tanner, Ryan the Kid for setting up the show. Sounds great. Here's KTI for standing here.
Boom.
Yeah.
Didn't have to worry.
Yeah, brought me a
much.
kombucha.
Kombucha.
Yeah, PJ, Josh for coming. Thurgood for being a good sport and trying to call every single presidential candidate in the U.S. election.
And not giving it to anybody. That's typical of it.
Yeah. And, of course, my amazing wife, Reese, and her really cool new haircut. And little Farron. And Baba Simone. And Baba Simone. Happy birthday to Baba Simone. I know my dad doesn't listen to the show, but if he did, there you go. We'll see you guys next week. Oh, shit. We don't know where we're going to do next week, but we got to do...
We're back at the kids.
Back at the kids doing the brawl.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's going to be the kid dog brawl.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if we can do it next week because I can't.
Yes,
we'll
you
figure
are.
it out.
You
We'll
are.
figure
You
it
are.
out. All right, we got to go.
You're
All right, we'll talk.
You are
later,
coming.
Chat Gang. Thanks, guys. We'll talk soon.